Coming to you live from Chopped Liver Studios. My name is Bullshit. Hanging out always with Paulie motherfucking Punk.
Hey.
Our guests tonight are none other than Alana and Ryan.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. No. Too.
There you go. We'll pump it up.
Thank you.
Just keep it going, right?
Yeah.
That's Chopped Liver's
Hell
live
yeah.
studio audience.
So, guys, how's it going? How was your daytime commute?
Good.
I
Hell
always
yeah.
forget how much traffic there is when there's light out.
Right? No, for sure. And you told us prior to hitting that live button that you guys had a little bit of a struggle getting up here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, like, my address does not exist on Google. So,
Well, it kept saying Ford and then
Ford, yeah, right.
and then another
It's like, no.
street.
So when I set up my Verizon, because Verizon, they do this thing, or is it Apple? It might be Apple, where for whatever reason, they have like my watch is pretty much where I'm getting at here. It's like if I stop breathing or it senses that I'm dying, they gotta have a certain place to go to, like my number one spot. Yeah, no. It's my mom and dad's house. They're like, a few minutes down the street, but yeah, so if I die and my watch is like, oh shit, we better call fucking 911, they're gonna show up at my parents' house and they're gonna be like, what? Nah. And then they're gonna have to like follow them here because they're gonna put it in their shit and they're not gonna be able to figure out how to get here either. So who fucking knows? But yeah, for whatever fucking reason, this address is hard to find.
It was a nice drive. It's a nice area, but it's secluded. Not secluded.
For sure. BFE all day.
Yeah.
Too far from the city for me.
Yeah. So like what's wild is the town itself, we're right here on the edge of it. So we're right off 32.
Yeah.
And like so south of us is Lapel, and then eventually you'll get cornfields for a while until you get down to 69. But directly north of us for like 7 miles is nothing but cornfield.
And stink bugs.
Stink bugs, yes. And by the way, they're still here hanging out.
I love stink bugs. They're so cute.
Yeah,
They're cute.
They'd like to take over the show. Anyways, so what have you guys been up to? How's it going?
Good.
Going good.
Hell yeah. You guys were out on Saturday at Punk Rock Night, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Halloween show.
I was Ursula.
Ryan, what were you?
Emo kid. So basically just same shit I've been doing for the past 20 years.
Just add some eyeliner. Were you hold on. I was like, were you listening to Bullet for My Valentine the whole time?
Death Cab.
Always
Death Cab.
I literally found that while I was looking for a lighter, like a random fucking 9mm bullet. Like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. But I found my lighter. But yeah, hell yeah. So I guess the best way to start this one off is why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves there? Alana, if you want to start.
About myself?
Yeah, like where are you from?
I'm from Mooresville, Indiana.
Mooresville, Indiana. Right
which
on.
is a lot like this small town. Like cows and corn.
Right there's a Casey's there too.
Hell yeah.
Well, there's a Casey's. Actually, a lot has popped up. I'll drive through Mooresville and be like, I remember when this was all fields and we used to ride our 4-wheelers out here. And now there's like a mini mall.
What's the name of that barbecue joint that's over there?
Squealers.
Squealers. Yeah, that's my favorite. Every time I'm over in the area, I go.
Yes.
I have not heard of it. What does Squealers sell?
It's a barbecue place. My favorite is their smoked pork chops.
Smoked pork. Right on. Hell yeah. What about you, Ryan? Where are you from?
Kokomo.
You've never talked about Kokomo.
All right, right on, guys. It's been an excellent show hanging out with Alana and Ryan. Check us out next week. It's going to be a good show. I'm just kidding. I mean, an asshole. Kokomo.
No, that's like the fucking end of everything right there.
No, like it's like a little bit of a running joke.
Well, yeah, he's usually working when the show is on, so I don't know how much of it you actually get to listen to at work. But
have you seen or listened to it at all?
I've listened to more episodes live than I've actually been able to watch, but
Right on.
I think every week for like the last month, someone has brought up Kokomo.
Yeah,
At least the last month.
for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a thing for sure. Yeah, but so from Kokomo, right on. And what else? Tell us about yourself. Well, tell everybody about yourself because that's what it's. We know you guys. We want everybody else to know who you are.
let's see.
There's that crotch shot.
The crotch shot.
So lived in Kokomo, moved when I got married, moved again shortly after I got divorced, went from Kokomo to Muncie to Chicago, back to Kokomo to Indy.
Man, I'm glad you're here. Chicago and Kokomo.
Fucking miss Chicago, man.
You do?
Yes.
What parts did you live? Like south, west? No one leaves.
I actually lived, and anybody that is actually from Chicago would kill me for saying I was in Chicago because I lived in Mundelein, but
Fair enough.
fucking one of the suburbs. I loved it. I loved just being in Chicago proper and just fucking walking and taking trains everywhere, but I couldn't afford it.
Dude, who can though? It's so fucking expensive up there.
It's cool though when you're from a small town and you move to a city like that. Like you guys are both from the city, right?
No.
I am.
No.
Didn't you go to like
I grew up in a
Lawrence-
small
Lawrence
hick
Central
town.
or something?
Small hick town called Ashland, Ohio.
Or Warren Central. You went to Warren Central.
I went to Warren when I moved here. I was 14 years old. Yep. But I am from Ashland, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Graduating class of like 83 motherfuckers. Yeah,
It's
tiny
just
little town.
it's wild being from a small town and then you go, I remember my first time when I moved here about 4 years ago riding on the bus. I had no idea how to take a bus anywhere. And
I still don't.
I would have to like stop and ask all the bus drivers. They're like, "There's a map right there." I'm like, "I can't read that thing. I don't know how to get around in the city."
No,
Well, you
like
better learn.
I've never taken the bus. Like I started off real young. I got a car payment, right? Like I got my first car payment. I was in high school, like legit. My dad had a Chevy Lumina, and the lease was up on it, and he co-signed on it. Like I was on it, and I paid the insurance and the monthly payments,
Yeah.
and then directly out of high school, I got a 99 Honda Civic EX
Mhm.
4-banger. And thank you, Polly.
I've
Fuck
always
yeah.
had a car too.
Hi, Jeanette. And I've just been riding that fucking car payment train ever since. I've never not went without a car. So.
I've always had a car too, but when I first moved here, I wrecked my car.
Mm,
And remember that story about how my
yeah.
clothes all melted to me and I didn't realize I was hanging out of my pants.
Shit.
I don't know if you were
That
around.
sounds like me every night.
It was a hit and run.
Just
So
kidding.
this guy hit
Gotcha.
me, took off out of his car, and I called 911 and I'm chasing this guy down the street and I didn't realize, but the whole crotch of my pants had melted out from, I guess the airbag or something had melted my I'm sitting there just like basically an assless chaps chasing this guy around the east side of Indianapolis. And when I finally caught up to him and the police caught up to us, he's like, "Ma'am, do you realize you're exposed?"
I mean,
like, "Oh,
dude, in those
God."
kinds of accidents, you don't know shit about fuck. You
And-
don't know what's going on.
It was just all adrenaline because at the same time, my boyfriend at the time, this was 5 years ago, he was like, "You know, that man could have just turned around and shot you." And I was like, "Well, I didn't care at the time."
And if you had, you probably still wouldn't care.
I was just full adrenaline that day.
I'll tell you what. So you kind of reminded me of a situation that I was in, and here's some backstory to. So I've known Alana
2013.
longer. Oh no, that seems about right. That seems about right.
2013 is when Billy Boswell first got me to come out of my depression cocoon and start coming out to places and started introducing me to people.
Yeah. So I had fucked my knee up at work,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't want to call an emergency truck or whatever. You know, I don't cheap ass. I don't want to pay for the fucking whatever they call those EMT or whatever to come out. And I was like,
So I drove you around all
yeah.
day.
So I hit up Vinny, or no, I might have just either way. I hit y'all up,
Yeah.
and you came and picked me up from work and took me to St. Francis.
And then I took you to Walmart and you couldn't figure out how to drive the
Yeah.
thing they
Do you remember the Etsa that because she hung with me too. She didn't just bail, she hung, you know. And she do you remember the Etsa, like I'm filling out all my paperwork and then she starts rolling me back to the emergency room or like my room.
Yeah.
And she's like literally like texting on her phone and not paying attention. And the doors they open up towards you, right?
Yes.
And she's not paying attention. And literally the door is opening and it ends up pushing my leg, which is fucked. I tore my ACL and I ruptured my meniscus. And it like literally starts pushing it towards my chest. The loudest scream you've ever fucking heard, just and then immediately just start busting up laughing. That's how you know I'm in real pain. If I'm laughing, woo, I'm in some physical pain because that's pretty much.
But then directly after that, you didn't even want to go home. You wanted to go to Walmart.
Yeah, what was that? I can't remember. I don't fucking know. That was ages ago.
I helped you out of the car into one of those motorized
Like
wheelchair
scooter
things.
Yeah.
And you couldn't figure out how to drive it, and you were like running into the glasses department. And
kudos to Alana though for hooking me up with a ride to the hospital and being a badass friend. Alana and I go way back.
Well, thank you. Woo.
I feel like this is true and I stand by it, but I cannot be 100% sure. I feel like I was the first person to go to take you to the Melody Inn. I remember you telling me that, but I also don't remember going to the glasses section of Walmart after the fucking knee incident. So I could be wrong.
The very first time I went to the Melody Inn, I just went to check it out in like 2000, and I didn't really talk to anybody, or I just, oh, this is cool. And then I went back in 2013, about right before I met you. My friend, it was a DI show.
Okay. I'm probably wrong. But either way.
that's where I kind of
we go way back.
Everybody, yes.
Yeah, for sure. This is we were discussing this beforehand. This is Alana's like what 50th time being on one of our podcasts.
Yeah.
So
probably
first time on Midweek Crisis, but she has been on plenty of our podcasts, all the way back to Horror Church.
All the way before Horror Church. Wasn't the Gutters of Fountain Square before Horror Church?
That was post. Yeah, that was round 2. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Did you like the entry today?
Yes.
Yeah, we decided to go ahead and throw back. Probably gonna start doing that every show. So I messed it up. What else is new?
I'm a little disappointed that you didn't play Are You Shitting Me, man?
Sipple said Shep is probably wrong. But either fucking way. Yeah, like so many shows you've already been on. Ryan's first show ever.
Yeah.
Welcome to Chopped Liver Studios.
Thank you.
You know, I'd like to come back with Chris Shelton.
Chris Shelton, that would be dope. We should get like all the old school motherfuckers like Bronson, Swanson, Johnson. I'll invite Dustin Amity. I don't think he'll show, but
he probably won't.
He won't show. He'll show up with some knives and be like, "Stab, fuck you." But whatever.
I ran into Chris Shelton not too long ago.
So did I. I ran into him at J. Clyde's.
Me too.
He's a new man.
Yes.
Yeah, love him. Miss
Me
him.
too.
I would love to have him on here for sure. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Like 100% like dope motherfucker.
We should do that.
He's emotional people I've ever met in my life.
I know. He's
Hands
just
down.
like so positive.
Right?
You haven't met my friend Chris. Well, no, he left briefly before you got there that one night. So
Where's there?
J. Clyde's.
Okay, right on.
I think it may be the same show you're talking about.
Was it the Soy City Strangler show?
Yes.
With Fucked Out Brains?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was Jericho's show. Yeah. That was I was so happy to see him. I sat there and shot the shit with him for a hot minute.
I cried a little bit when I saw him because I've known him longer than I've known you.
I gave him at least 3 minutes of hug. At
I've-
least 3 minutes of hugs for sure.
I met him years and years ago. I don't even remember how. Through the comedy, people who were into the comedy thing.
He needs to get back out and start promoting again, man. He's good people.
Man, I need to pee already.
Go pee. It's all good.
Just right outside.
Wherever you want.
Yeah, there's a bucket.
Yeah. So okay, so
Well, no, I've watched this enough to know that you tell people just to go outside.
well, yeah, but no. Like, okay, you know those steps right there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so just go up those steps, open the door, and the first door right there on your right is a bathroom.
Okay.
It's clean too. Went ahead and did that. Made sure it was like somewhat clean.
I'm worried that you said it's clean.
Well, yeah, I've been cleaning it every show now. Because
Occasionally there's a
All
female
right,
guest.
so,
You
like-
better come back.
So while Alana's out, we'll go ahead and what's up, Aaron? Call out. So Jeanette said hi. Hi, Jeanette. Glad to have you out. Glad you're watching the show. Hi, Billy.
Billy.
Sipple. Yeah. Hi, buddy. And then we got Aaron Massey hanging out. That's an old friend of mine, back in the day, friend. Known that motherfucker since like basically high school. It's the box that says potty. And she's back.
Lost. Oh,
Fair enough.
hey, that works.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
For sure. I like to go out the door. There's a little fence right there. What's up, Travis? How you doing, baby? How you
Uh-oh.
doing?
Oi.
Oi, oi. So
Which
yeah,
Travis is that?
a lot of people. Yeah, what I do is I just go out the door. There's a little fence right there. It's perfect. Just piss right there. Maybe not for, people that can't stand. Hold on. How do I say this?
I want to take my shoes off.
Oh yeah. Either fucking way. I just fucking pissed right there. That's where I fucking pissed. But anyways. So yeah. I've known Alana a long time. Ryan, I don't know you as well. But
Same.
yeah. So I guess where we go from here is let's talk about music. That's typically what we like to do anyways. Alana, is there we'll start with you. Is there an artist that has inspired you a lifetime? Or maybe
Greg Jacobs.
Greg Jacobs, or an album that you love a lot?
Oh gosh. Well, my favorite is Greg Jacobs, who is Humpty from Digital Underground.
Okay, right on.
He's my favorite. He didn't give a fuck about what people thought about him, and he was like, his songs were just so uplifting.
Hell yeah. Is there a certain album that's always traveled with you?
Sons of the Pea.
Sons of the Pea.
Mm.
Right on.
And I also love Cat Stevens.
Right on. Hell yeah. What about you, Ryan?
Ooh. God.
Inspirational music.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that when I?
Yeah.
I thought it kind of sounded like somebody
Yeah.
was pissing.
Sorry.
Pearson.
Album that's gotten me through a lot of shit.
Mm.
I always go back to Weezer's Blue Album.
Love that album. I like the opener for sure. It's a strong start to an album.
Yes.
My name is Jonas.
That just went right up my nose.
That's a great album for sure. Lots of good songs on it. The whole album's actually really good.
Oh hell yeah.
I listen to that quite often. Not as often as you think, but more often than you would probably imagine. Basically, what I just said is I listened to that album.
Yep.
But we just had there's somebody on my work named Jonas. So like almost at least once a week, I'm like, my name's Jonas. I'm getting yeah. So anyways, yeah, dude, love Weezer. Great album for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Paul? You got an album that you forever love?
Mm.
Emma?
Oh yeah, definitely. Probably something from Boys to Men or something.
Boys to Men.
You're so full of
Oh,
shit.
and I'm back.
Yeah, back again, man.
I don't know.
Shit. No. I just wanted to be funny.
I do like Boys to Men.
I mean, it's
I
it was
prefer
good
Belle
shit in
Biv
the
DeVoe.
90s.
I prefer Belle Biv DeVoe.
Good shit.
Mm.
Got me through a lot of stuff. Shit. I don't really use music in that way. To
Really?
like get me through certain things, if you will. But I just, I mean, I enjoy listening to it for what it is, Just
You don't ever have like a really bad day and oh man, this song really hits the spot, man.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. It's not really. I just never really thought about it like that.
Right on. So Ace of Base, The Sign is out.
I like that song.
What about
I saw it.
Will Smith's Getting Jiggy with It?
Summertime.
I was gonna say I prefer Summertime.
Oh, look at this. William Sipple chimed in with My Chemical Romance, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is my favorite to get me into a happy place.
I like the one that came out right
Nice.
before that.
Oh, we've gone round and round on this.
Oh, you're talking about the
I gave you my bullets or something like that. Like
I know I have the album. What the name of the album?
the one with Head First for Halos on it.
Okay. Yeah, actually oh god, it's
That's
gonna
my favorite My
kill me.
Chemical Romance song.
It also has that what is that? Such an emo name for a song.
You know what they do to guys like us in prison?
Pink, something about oh fuck my life. Pretty in Pink. It's Pretty in Punk. The name of the song is Pretty in Punk. It's on that album too. Yeah. Amen William on 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. That's one of my
Yes.
all-time favorite
Yes.
albums. I will
Hi, William.
probably take that one to my grave. So
I looked into the TV like he was in the TV.
I used to roll that
Hi,
album
William.
straight through all the way, all the time. So for sure, one of my favorite albums of 2004 by all means. There's other ones right in there too.
William heard you.
He said, hey.
I mean, I've also got to shout out the first 2 by Juliana Theory.
William's going to be on here next week. Juliana Theory, right on.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a Republican sex blanket on next week.
Nice.
Nice.
As far as I know, everybody will be here.
Oh my
so
god.
We'll have a total of 6 mics set up.
Ryan and I both
Tons of
agree that is the best debut we've ever seen. Like Republican
was
Sex
amazing.
Blanket. You missed a good show, Polly.
Yeah, that was the night I could not find my fucking keys.
Like I know most of the guys in
was
Republican Sex
horrendous.
Blanket, and
I
I was expecting maybe a little bit of nervousness or something, but no, they just came right in and kicked ass. And
I literally woke up, looked at my phone, and it said Punk Rock Night is live. And I was like, fuck. It like jumped out of bed, got dressed, and fucking took off.
did you make it to any of their set though?
I missed their whole fucking set. I
Oh,
missed
God.
not only did I miss their set, I missed the first 2 bands that night. I only
William
made half of
Sipple
it.
is an amazing front man.
Not that it's an excuse. I
So-
just fucked up. I got up at 5 a.m. and worked all day that day. When I got home from work,
Oh,
fucking set my alarms, took a little nappy nap, slept through them. So
I had always
sorry, guys.
I had always been friends with William on Facebook and knew that he wrote poetry and stuff. Like he talks about that a lot, but I had no idea he had that in him, dude.
It's amazing to me to
It was
see
fucking amazing.
people that I have known or known of for a long time finally getting up there and putting
Yeah.
the fucking mic in the face.
And then like
It's awesome.
I knew like Sean and Nick and Steven were all really good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was expecting a good, fun, entertaining show. I already had high expectations, but
Yeah.
oh,
Hey, Allie.
sorry. If you don't shut me up, I'll just keep talking about them all night.
That's
They
the
were
point. You're
so
supposed
good.
to talk. So
Yeah.
keep talking.
They were so good.
Yeah, I mean, even bypassing PRN, just my years in the metal community, even that was one of the tightest debuts I have ever seen. It was just fucking amazing seeing them.
You want to pass that around?
Sure. Oh, it's still got the pussy lip on it.
My bad. I like pussy lips. I just left it on there. Oh, bad jokes.
Ugh,
So I guess
tried to
I'll
break my nail.
Gotta
I'll throw
take that
a-
honorary first shot.
it's almost like I have to mention this
Jeez.
on every fucking podcast we do, but one of my favorite albums that has carried me out through time that I love that I go to is an album called Reinventing Axl Rose,
Oh my God!
which
Yes,
is
yes,
Against Me's debut album, and there's like 5 songs on there at the right time at any given moment. If
Thank
I
you.
hear that song, my eyes will water
Thank you,
up
Shep.
a little bit because it takes me there. And cheers. But and my buddy Aaron, who just chimed in a little bit ago, he's the one that introduced me to that album and that band, and now they're like one of my favorite bands, and definitely right at the top. Mary's.
So who's your favorite band? Am I taking over the interview?
No, not at
That's
all.
good. Do
It's a good
that.
question.
Nobody ever asks you questions.
So
You're like the mom.
Occasionally.
You're like the
my
mom in all the
favorite local band
pictures.
is probably Fiber. My favorite non-local band is Tied Like a Tiger, and my favorite writer is probably Nick Jordan. I'm just kidding. No,
But you're like the mom.
Grandma,
You're
no,
like the mom in all the pictures. Like how there's never a mom in the picture because she's always the one taking the picture. So
yeah,
we should
that's why I
ask
do
you
selfies. That's why I do
questions.
selfies. You know, I do
We're
selfies
asking you
so
questions.
I can kind of be somewhat there. I guess my favorite band of all time. It's a tough one. Let me break it down. I got a Zeppelin on my right. I got an MXPX on my left. So this is what got me into rock and
MXPX.
roll.
I
Led
should
Zeppelin.
look this way.
and the-
MXPX.
In the left is what got me into punk. Are they my favorite band? No. Could I put
Dude,
them
I
in my
was
top 10?
I was waiting for an Audio Adrenaline shout out.
Oh, I mean, for sure. I love Audio Adrenaline. It's a big house. It's lots and lots of room.
I have no idea who that is.
It's okay.
How do you do?
It's okay. It's better that you
Is
don't.
that, is
in
that a
ways.
Christian? Is
It's
that a Christian band?
rock.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Brian and I go back on that right there. That's like one of the first things we hit it off on was talking about Christian music.
There are a lot of good
Fucking
Christian
sitting
rock
in Smoker's
bands.
Garden singing Newsboys songs.
That's right.
Man.
That's right. Which one was it? Breakfast? We were the one. That...
It was Lost the Plot.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I do a
That-
mean
that
cover
is-
of that.
That is still a fucking great song,
Yes. Oh yes.
I will go to my grave on that one. If they have only ever achieved one truly great song, it was that.
Dude, yes. What's the line that he says? He's like, "Will you grab me?" Oh shit.
It's a
when you
Christian
come back
band?
again, would you grab me something from the fridge?
Oh, will you grab me? I was just thinking, when you come back, will you grab me?
So I love that. One of the first times I've ever heard somebody just say something instead of the noise. There's a word for that, but he goes, "Sigh. Let's be blunt.
Yes.
I'm a little distracted.
on-
What do you want?"
Is that a onomatopoeia?
Yes.
Something, yeah. Sigh instead of going, whatever. But yeah, for sure.
My teenage kid did that. She always used to say question mark.
Yeah, there you go. Is that a sound though?
I guess not.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? It's 2022. Like people are like FR, whatever, for real.
FR 100.
Or the
boy.
what's the no cap means no lies, not lying. I ain't lying. No
I still
cap.
haven't figured out what no cap means.
It means I'm not lying.
Okay.
No lies. I'm not lying. No cap. No
I
bullshit.
thought it meant like be quiet because like no capitalization when you're.
Who fucking knows? I mean, we're all in our 30s plus here, so
Yeah.
But either way,
couldn't tell you.
I'm
Your
not.
kids
I'm
are
not hating.
teenagers now.
Shit, I've got one of them's in fucking college.
Whew.
Yeah, bro. That shit's real.
Keeping up
Uh,
with that.
My youngest is she'll be turning 17 here in a couple months. So
Your
Brian on William, have fun at
youngest?
my
Hillary.
youngest,
Ellie chimed in too. How do you feel about the Kaiser Chiefs?
the Kaiser.
Kaiser Chiefs.
Kaiser.
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 It's Kaiser, like fucking bread. Isn't there a kind of bread called Kaiser?
Sounds like the usual
It's a roll.
suspects to me. So Kaiser.
There is. And
All right, bad
speaking of Kaiser rolls, what's his name? Wrote a song
So,
that had that
but
in there.
wait, who is Kaiser Chiefs? I don't know. Fill me in. I'm ignorant.
A
Fuck if I
band.
know.
Like
I
the
just know
bun?
how to say the
It's-
word.
No, it's a band, and I've heard them, and I've heard of them. and I enjoyed what I heard.
I got nothing. My name's Bennett and I ain't in it.
So what kind of music
I
is
assume
it?
they're a Christian band because that's what we were talking
It's
about.
not Christian, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Shit.
Mentally, I just lump
About
them in
that.
with like Kings of Leon and shit.
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
All right,
Yeah.
Allie.
Allie's
help us
chiming in.
out.
Holy shit! Look up. Oh my god. I'm not gonna do it on the show, but I shall later.
But then again, when people mix things in with radio bands like that, it always reminds me of one of my favorites, Fountains of Wayne.
Fountains of Wayne.
Yes.
Is that
Is-
Stacy's mom?
Yeah,
Yes.
see,
Yeah.
like that made my point.
Stacy's
My
mom
point
has
exactly.
got it
Which is
going on.
literally their
She's
worst
all I
song.
want. I've been
My
waiting
point
for
exactly.
so long.
They're
Allie
one of
says
my
they're not Christian.
favorite. They're one of my favorite.
Right on.
They're not Christian, but they're one of my favorite bands, and that's the only song anybody knows by them.
Well, I mean, come on, dude. It had what old girl from what movie was she in? Like National Lampoons? I can't remember her name. Whatever. She's hot.
I don't remember
Like
the video.
MILF hot too. Fire. It was a good video.
Oh,
Good. It was a fun song.
Stifler's mom?
No.
Are you talking about Stifler's mom?
The young lady that was in their video was a model and also was featured in National Lampoon's Vacation. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. My brain has seen
I don't
its
know, but
days
I'm
and its
sure
time.
you've heard more from Fountains of Wayne, and you
Oh,
just
I'm
don't
sure.
know it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Kind of like there's so many bands just like that. Like
Marcy Playground.
sure. That's they're the ones that did the Mercy Playground.
Sex and
Sex and
Candy.
Candy.
Sex and Candy. Right.
But they have so many other good songs.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s, like rock, pop rock. There's a lot of one-hit wonders like Semisonic, Closing Time. What's
I thought
the-
it was Stetsasonic.
Like Jimmy's Chicken Shack. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Right? Nope. Okay. See, not everybody knows them. But
How about Hot Action Cop?
Hot Action Cop? That's they did the oh my god. Dude.
Viva for the Flavor.
Viva for the flavor. Oh yeah, that's like one of Nick Jordan's favorite songs. One of my favorite songs of all time too. For sure,
It reminds me of
For
that butterfly.
obvious
You're my butterfly.
fucking reasons.
Sugar baby.
We went
Something, yeah.
all. What is this? JCHC.
We've been all over the radio.
Brandon
with
Maiden.
this
What is
shit today.
JCHC? Jesus Christ! Holy crap! Viva for the flavor from Travis. Yeah.
Hi, Travis.
They got tons of 2000s, like early 2000s, late 90s, fucking one hit wonders out there for sure. Fountain Squares right up there with them. I'm sure there's other songs. I don't think I bought that album, which back in the day I would totally. My mom worked at BMG, so she'd get CDs for like $1.
Dude, I ordered so many fucking discs. That's what ruined my credit right out of the gate, dude.
When I was 8, you know those stickers they had that you could peel out the stickers and order whatever. You could order like 10 of them and then get billed for them later or something.
Yeah, that's what B&G did too.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought it was called Columbia House. But anyway,
It-
they
same
existed
company.
too.
I
It was
ordered,
same company, two different names.
I ordered like 20 different records because, you know, as an 8-year-old, I'm like, oh, it's free because the ad says it's free. 20 different records showed up to our house, and my mother, she lost her damn mind.
Yeah, like I don't know anything about that life because my mom and my dad both worked for BMG or whatever the fuck it's called, RCA. So
Yeah.
by the time I graduated, so I moved here into my freshman year. By the time I graduated high school, I had like 2 big fucking huge books of CDs, like Christmas, birthday,
Because they just bring them
$1
home.
a shot, man.
What
What was
$1
your
piece.
first CD?
My first actual CD that I purchased with my own money.
Yes.
Like for real.
What was your first tape?
First tape. I mean, 6 half dozen or another one, you know what I mean? But
Mine was
I
Two
went
Live
out of my
Crew.
way to buy. I bought a CD from Walmart. It was called X Games soundtrack, and it had it's either that or it was Will Smith getting jiggy with it. But I'm pretty sure it was. I feel very confident. I'd actually had to like focus. Let me think. That was 97. So no, definitely the X Games CD. I bought it at Walmart. So it was censored and everything. It had Corn. It had gosh darn it. Who was all on that, man? It had Chili Peppers on it, it had Corn on it. It had it had Marilyn Manson on it, I'm pretty sure. It had all kinds of motherfuckers.
Ooh,
up
video
on there.
game soundtracks are the best though.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods 04 is a killer soundtrack.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk 2
that's
was a good.
that's like my
soundtrack
all-time
also.
favorite like golf game right there. For sure.
He just downloaded that on Steam so I can play it.
Playing that game. Like a legit, like my Xbox, my OGs right here. And I like fucked up my original copy. I had to re-buy Tiger Woods 04 because I have to have it. I have to have it for sure. But yeah, video game soundtracks all
It's in
day.
the drink, Billy.
Right. Oh my god. Like, man. Madden, I think Madden 05 is probably one of my favorite soundtracks too.
A
But-
video game.
Yeah, but I mean, there's just what about Need for Speed Underground 2? That had a
All
fucking
of those,
dope soundtrack.
all of those were good.
Like anything like early 2000s, EA Sports, it's in the game. They just paid big money. They got all the good songs, you know, or like up and coming, really,
Okay, but Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2
for sure. Yeah.
and Crazy Taxi 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Crazy Taxi. I've not heard of that.
Like the entire
That's a fun
fucking
game.
soundtrack is nothing but Offspring.
He just set up this.
See, dude. Okay. Like, all right. So my brain is funny sometimes. So, well, not sometimes, all the fucking time. But when you said Offspring, you know what the first thing that came to my head was? Immediately, hey man, you know I'm really okay.
My first thing was when
The guy in
how
my
somebody
head
told you to come on here and talk about something controversial.
controversial. Why? Why not?
No. One of our Sanders said, "Go on there and talk about something controversial," and he's like what? Saying the Offspring is the best Californian band ever?
That's kind of controversial.
Yeah.
A little bit. A lot of people would argue, what's that band? God, I always
Dead Kennedys?
maybe. There was a band that was like always going up against Red Hot Chili Peppers back in the day, which Dave Bajaris is
I
gonna
like
be so
Wax.
mad at
Oh
me.
God.
Wax, the band Wax.
No, Chuck Mosley was the lead singer at one point.
I'm Faith No More.
Thank you. Yeah.
All I could think was
Like,
Mr.
Chef, stop
Bungle.
singing.
Mr. E-
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of people
yeah.
argue they're the best band to ever come out of California. But I would argue Britney Spears.
Isn't she from like Louisiana?
Fuck if I know. I was joking.
Oh,
It was a bad joke. Ill timed perfectly. No, yeah, I'm sure Britney is not from there. But what band did you say? Wax?
Wax.
Wax.
I don't want to go to Southern California. It's the first video ever to get banned where the guy's running through the streets on fire.
Oh, I
Okay.
guarantee
I think
that
I
is
know what
not
you're
the first band, the
And-
first video to get banned.
Well, it was the first one to get banned. I
I
think
feel like
on
Twisted
MTV.
Sister, although they're from New York, I feel like they probably.
I think maybe it was MTV, but it's a guy just running through the streets on fire.
Who had the first video banned?
And it's Loomis Falls. For the way I found out about them is because it's Loomis Falls and he's been on Jackass, and then I thought he was really cool, so I looked into his band, and I find bands in the weirdest ways.
I do too sometimes. Mostly from frequenting shows, especially Punk Rock Night.
Well, I mean, okay, so I find the international bands.
Okay.
I always come across them in the weirdest ways. But I also like my local stuff too.
The
I'll be like-
local Midwest.
I'll be like watching a movie or a episode of a TV show, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's so cool! That song is so cool! I gotta find this."
I like to what I do recently is so first off, people like, for example, when I started working at my new job, which isn't new anymore, but people that I got to know, I asked them like, hey, like, what's some of your favorite bands? Write them down. Go check them out. And if I like them, then I'll listen to them. Or if I run by a band that I like, maybe it will just go into random and Apple will just start playing whatever the fuck. And if I like it, I'll be like, ooh, add that shit. And then what I do is I scroll down to the bottom.
I do that.
And if you like this, then you should like this. And that's how I also
do that a lot too on
It's dope.
Spotify.
It's fucking dope. I've met a lot of bands that way. But I do want to catch up on these comments. I feel like we're ignoring them just a little bit. Let's see here. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack ruined my life. Travis Nathaniel,
course,
I do
Travis.
not. I don't doubt that.
Suck it.
So,
you know it's good.
Jeff Mahaney Jr. says Second Chance CDs was a spot back in the day. Jeff is an old friend of mine. We've been friends since 04, 05, something like that. What's up, Juro? Or what's his nickname? Jeff is also what is the fucking? There's a Spanish word for Jeff. I can't.
Jefe.
Jefe. First CD I personally bought was a single of Mace. Feels so good. Right on. That Bad Boy Records. We logged hours
What's
on.
Allie say? I've known Allie since I was like 4.
I'm getting there.
Did you know that?
Jeff and I used to play Madden religiously. So did Vinny. Vinny knows Jeff very well. We won't talk about Vinny. Ellie Gother. Oh my God, that is Loomis. The more you know.
Yes.
And then Maiden just jumped in. He said, Offspring own the rights to all their music and merch. Not many famous bands can pull that off. Amen, Brandon. How about that? And you know what? That's the way to go these days.
Yes.
Fuck the man. Do it on your own. Which actually reminds me, by the way, people that support local music and support, regional Midwestern bands, if you come out to a show and you want to support them, buy a t-shirt. Buy the shirt.
Yes.
Because they're going to make more money off that shirt than they are by you downloading their music online or buying a CD or buy the shirt.
I'm really into patches
and
right now.
It's not just the money that they make off the profit of the shirt. It's the shirt. Like, for example, tonight I'm wearing my Public Serpent shirt.
Mr. Squirt Gun.
My Public Serpent shirt. So,
that's Mr. Squirt Gun, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
That's their singer.
Oh, is that okay? Okay, Squirt Gun. Right over my head. I actually used a photo of of their bass player for the upcoming Chop Liver.
Or maybe that's Squirt
promotion
Gun.
show. I'm sorry.
Maybe that's Squirt Gun. SKWERT Gun.
It's a good movie too. Just so you know.
That sounds like a porno.
It's not. Anyways. Woo! So all right, so low key, like here, all right. So coming into the show today, Paulie knows this, but so Sunday night I slept like 8 hours, right? And then Monday night I slept like 10 hours. And then yesterday I had to leave work at noon because I could not keep my eyes open. I was so tired. And today is like the first day that I'm not like tired, but I'm still like my brain's kind of like.
I've done nothing but lay around since Saturday.
This weather is fucking me up, though. I know that's what it is. It's just fucking, but my brain is just not 1 million. I'm almost there, but yeah, I've been fighting sleep. Even though I've been sleeping, I'm still fighting sleep. It's weird. Yeah, I had to take a half day yesterday. Got my sleeping though. I slept last night. 10 hours. Yeah, but at least I'm not falling asleep. I could still function for the most part, but yeah. So maybe I won't be able to retain all.
Okay.
I feel that. Oh yeah, let's just do a shot. Let's do a shot.
Yeah, let's do a shot.
Let's do a shot.
Shout out to Robert Andrich for this sweet fucking smile mug he hooked up.
Oh, that's.
Are we all doing our own shot of what we brought?
Fuck it. I don't have. Hold on. Just pass me something. Hold on.
I brought enough to share.
Does anybody have any form? Oh, Polly.
Sorry, you don't have anything. So I figured I'd just take a shot.
At least we're not. Remember back in the day, we used to pour those little itty bitty like communion shots. Oh, fuck. Half the shit would end up on the fucking table anyway.
I've told Ryan about that so many times.
So we had this communion tray.
Oh Christ!
And it had these little 1 ounce shot glasses in it. And
Do you still have that?
No.
It should. Okay, I was gonna say it should just be here to fucking be.
I've
here.
been
It
looking
got-
for one in a
there-
thrift store ever since.
That was found at Goodwill.
Do you still have the cell phone we used to shoot the show on at the Gutters of Fountain Square?
I gotta pee again.
Probably. I have all
We
of my old.
Yeah,
cell
we should
phones.
like put that on the wall. Should be part of this glorious wall we've
Yeah.
got going on
I mean,
here.
it's it's broken all to hell, but yeah, I think we should definitely glue it to the wall.
goodness,
For
how do I
sure.
get up out of here?
So many
um,
memories
But yeah,
shot
we-
on that cell phone.
So we'd, and it was ridiculously hard. Can you imagine taking a half gallon and trying to pour it into these little tiny fucking shot glasses? So it was on this metal tray, dude. And at one point, it just became easier to just fucking pour and go over all the damn shot glasses.
Pretty much like any bottle that we drink here,
We would-
outside of these bottles, these will end up in the trash. But we've been saving the other bottles, so they're part of. Eventually, that
Nice.
shelf behind us will be covered with them. So, but yeah, if you spend time looking around on the walls and on the, that was the fastest piss ever.
Twice. She's done that twice. Fastest.
Yeah. Right on. No, you're good.
Just laughing at how fast you piss.
But yeah, you could clearly,
Oh, shit.
if you look behind us, you can see, like,
Are you going now?
this right here, little mannequin right here throwing the bird. That's wearing
get
a Sticks and Stones magazine. That's right. Throwing the bird.
I have that T-shirt.
I hope you do. Hell yeah. I wear it every once in a while, but that's the original zine that Nick Jordan and I did back in 2012. We did that for forever. I think like 3 years. And then eventually I started Chopped Liver with Polly and others. And we did a zine for a whole 6 months. It was expensive. In that 6
was
months, we spent like what,
ridiculously
$1,400 printing?
Yeah.
Maybe 1,000 copies. It was a lot of money.
And that was with one of us getting a discount at a printing shop.
Absolutely. Right. So yeah, if you have your hands on those, hang on to those. Those are hard to find. That couch, that's right, Allie. Allie hooked up the couch that Alana and Polly are sitting on right now. We'll go.
Hi, Allie. I love you.
We'll go wide
Does-
frame here.
Does she know about the secret single?
Hi, Allie. I love you.
Yes, she does.
Oh,
Fuck yeah,
okay.
she does.
I
But
didn't know.
she
I
she
didn't know.
donated that
I
to
wasn't
myself.
sure when that
for
came
church.
along. I just know it's been
And
there
it's been a
for-
part of
ever since
part of
I've
my
seen
life
this
ever
couch.
since.
Allie and her sister were my first friends ever in daycare when I was like 4.
Right
Oh,
on.
damn.
Hell yeah. Righteous. But yeah, Ollie,
cool.
that's the couch. Thank you for for hooking it up. It's still with me. It's still with us, and it's still part of this show. Actually, the coffee table is no longer, it's not in the shop, but the coffee table that used to be a part of the show is still here too. So, but yeah, lots of memories coming up tonight, especially with having Alana here. She's
Yeah.
been very much a part of what we
I've
do.
been here forever.
Yeah, for a long time. So
You guys can't get rid of
appreciate ya.
me.
Appreciate you. I'm pretty sure Ryan's the one that can get rid of you, but we will go ahead and move on.
I mean, there's only paperwork saying that I legally can't.
I mean, he's been trying to get rid of me for 20 years. So
Oh crap! I just kicked the microphone right into my face.
Ryan, you said something earlier about working in radio. Tell us what's going on with that? What did you do exactly?
When I was in Kokomo, I did weekend overnights at the local radio station.
All right.
So yeah,
So you was a DJ then?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do your best.
What
Do your
was
best
your-
DJ voice.
Yeah. I was just going to ask. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Hey there, it's Ryan. Thanks for listening to Z92.5.
Right on. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Up next, we got some
I was
other
gonna say, what are we
bullshit
gonna
that's
listen
not on
to?
the not on the playlist because fuck it, my manager's not listening.
Let me see if I can muster up mine. We'll go up. We'll go everybody here. Welcome to WKRP Late Night with Bullshit. Tonight we're going to listen to some slow jams. I don't know.
okay, so I've never been on the radio before, but other than
That would
with-
be my late.
other
night.
than with you guys. But I used to be a phone sex operator.
No shit.
Yeah.
You had sex with phones?
That's how I put myself through college.
No shit. That's dope. My mom went to college.
But it was really cool. Like I worked from home, and like people would call and be like, "Oh, I want to hear you take a bath." So I'd like do my dishes and splash the dishwater and be like,
yeah.
"Oh, baby, that's so hot," and I'd get paid. This was in like 1999, and I'd get paid like $25 an hour for like splashing around in the sink and pretending to be in the bathtub when I was actually doing my dishes.
And nowadays it'd still
shit.
be $25 an hour.
So when I was 8,
That's good money.
I fucking called one of those
$25 an hour.
on
In
New
99.
Year's Eve one night.
Shit. Sorry.
I called one of those lines on New Year's Eve one night when I was 8 years old. And racked up like a $200 fucking bill that came in the mail like a month later. And dude, my parents were pissed. I lost everything. Everything that I had was like gone. There was no more. Like I was in so much trouble over that shit. I didn't have money to pay the bill, so but I didn't even realize that it was gonna be a thing, I was just like, oh, whatever. But I mean, I guess that's what you get if you leave me at home.
Somehow
Hell
I
yeah.
never called her when she was doing the sex line, but
He met me when I was doing the sex line.
I feel like
Oh,
she kind of
shit.
owes that to me now.
It was. Do you guys remember Zanga and Live Journal?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
I used to keep a really funny journal of all my funny people who would call and ask me for weird stuff. when I-
Confessions of a Sex Phone Worker,
There you
Confessions,
go.
which was later
Confessions of a sex whore.
the inspiration for my Confessions of a Sex Addict on Tumblr.
Yes.
Confessions of a Sex Addict. So Brandon thinks I should use this voice all the time. I should use my deep insect. See, I always call it the what is that token? The end of the world token. They made a movie about it too.
Oh, World War Z.
Oh no, it's in a world.
Oh yes.
In a world where Alana Disney
Is a sex whore.
is a sex whore.
A sex phone whore.
And Ryan wishes he had been on the phone for some of those phone calls. I don't know. I could do a lot of voices. I really like earlier. I was thinking about this cup. I was like, hold on, let me go pull in here and be like, because it's the smile. Like, let's see if I can remember, kids. Fuck my life. Why do I always have to put myself on
I'm
the spot?
good.
This is live too. Like I give a fuck. I don't. But remember, kids, whenever you're not feeling well or you feel down, just smile
And
Which
have
is-
some whiskey.
and have some whiskey.
Okay, so can the people out there hear me breathe? Because I feel like everyone can hear me breathe with this microphone.
Everybody can hear.
You
hear that CPD coming in? Inward breathing.
Oh, you're getting that COPD early.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
You paid extra for that. eh?
I've been smoking half my damn. Actually, I've been smoking more than half of my life. Fuck. Wait, hold on. Let's do math. 38. Ooh, I'm 39. Yikes.
Oh, you said math.
Yeah,
Okay.
math. So okay,
That
hold on.
changes
Let's
things
see.
a little.
I smoked my first cigarette when I was 14, but I didn't really start smoking until I was 16. So 16 minus 38 would be what? 22. So 22 divided by 39. Yep, that's more than half my life, ladies and gentlemen.
I was a late bloomer for stuff like that.
Hmm.
The first time I ever drank was
Almost
at church
everything
camp.
else I was too.
The first
Weed,
time
I
I
was
ever
16.
drank was at church camp.
Church camp.
When I was like 17, I drank Purple Passion.
I will give you 3 high fives if you say it involves a flute.
Well, I didn't go to that kind of camp. It was music, arts, and drama camp.
Right on.
Music,
All right.
arts,
Well,
and
hold
drama
on. We're
church
getting
camp.
into okay. So let's hear it. Like, how did Alana Disney lose her virginity?
Oh man.
Oh man. Can I get a? Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest right here. I was one of those stupid, dumb young girls, and some boy convinced me he loved me, that I had a crush on him, and he convinced me that he was in love with me and he was gonna be my boyfriend, and so I had sex with him, and 2 days later he broke up with me.
Oh.
So
And I'm like,
And I know that's
I'm
very
80% sure I'm not the guy in that
it's
story.
not, but no, with
80%. That's it.
you'd be
Ryan.
surprised. You'd be surprised how many young girls lose their virginity that way.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
But I was
wouldn't be
I was
surprised
one
at
of
all.
them.
I won't get into the details, but I lost my when I lost my virginity, I was put in a place where it was like, if you don't fuck me, I'm gonna find someone else to fuck. So I did it. And I'll tell you right now,
Oh.
lo and behold, she was fucking somebody else the whole time. But I was whatever, 16, 17, something like that. So either way, I didn't want to, but I was like, I felt like I had to. I was like, fuck it. So I won't get into details. I've told the story a million times on the show. It was really embarrassing for me.
I mean, it's embarrassing for me too, but I also talk about it because a lot of women don't realize how. I mean, it's not one of those Me Too things, I guess. Because,
But you were totally pressured into it.
yeah, and that's how a lot of young women, and I guess,
Men,
like you say, a lot
Yeah.
of young men too.
I literally, you know what it was for me? I was scared to get her pregnant. I didn't want to get her pregnant.
Oh,
I was, that's where I was. But yeah, I finally gave in and went over there and snuck into her bedroom window and
you guys want one of my
had
shots?
to be quiet, and it was pretty wild. But
I'll take a shot of that.
pretty wild.
Mr. Jameson.
How about you, Ryan? Would you like to disclose or undisclose your lost
I gotta
virginity?
hear this first.
Well, give me a second because this shit's gonna require a shot.
Fair enough. I will just in case you have not seen that episode, I will mention that it was her bedroom was next to her parents. I was not supposed to be there. Lights out. The TV in her room was plugged in next to the mattress. And whenever I thrust forward, the TV would turn on. When I thrust back, the TV would turn on. Yeah, it's
But
pretty.
as
it's
boring
pretty
as
rough.
my story was, I do have some good sex stories.
We'll get back.
I know we
for
will.
sure. For
I
sure.
know we will.
Let's hear positive sex stories after Ryan tells us this. Maybe it is positive.
Yeah,
I'm not saying this time.
After I tell mine, we'll have positive ones.
Yeah. Polly's has something to do with Playboy Mansion, 7 chicks at the same time, whatever. My memory's a little blurry. It's been a few episodes, but go ahead, Ryan.
So I lost my virginity. I was a senior in high school. I got raped by a junior in high school. Let's have a positive story.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fuck, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was hard to follow that one up. Well, what was it? Virginity?
Virginity.
The virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these have both been really negative stories for both
Well,
of us.
mine wasn't.
No pressure,
mine-
man.
Yeah, I don't have a negative one. I mean, the first time I got laid, it was all right. No, it was on July 4th. So middle of summer and whatnot, but this redhead slipped in and
Ooh, a redhead.
yep,
Nice.
took that virginity, buddy.
Ooh, a redhead.
She didn't
There
know
you
until
go.
after the fact, of course.
Hey, good on you for
Right.
Yeah.
her not
never
knowing.
let- you never
You're
let
part
in
of
the
the
middle.
25%.
Yeah, you never let the secret out of the bag, man. That's how you end up staying a virgin until you're like 48.
How about you, Shep?
Oh, how I lost my virginity.
Mm-hmm.
I got peer pressured by my girlfriend to do it because if I didn't, she was gonna sleep with somebody else, and it ends up that she was cheating on me the whole time anyway. So
I thought you were gonna say you cut a hole in a watermelon.
no, according to Aaron Massey though, he says what was his name? Bullshit. No,
Still laughing.
I won't say her name, but just for reasons. So let's reiterate on some comments real quick before we get into this next subject.
I love the comments. See, because I'm always in the comments, and you never give me enough attention.
Allie responded by like when I said, "Alana, how did you lose your virginity?" She said, "Probably by fucking." And then Aaron Massey,
I
when
mean,
I
that'll
told
do
my
it.
story, said, "What was his name?" Bullshit. And then when Brian's turn came up, or Polly's turn, I'm not sure. but I'm sure this is how he lost his virginity. Parasites, by the way, which is one of the best sex stories of all time to ever be told on any Chop Liver podcast of any form or any kind.
I see Melanie said something.
And Melanie Page just commented, redheads. Agreed, 1,000,000%. 1,000.
Melanie's one of my
bajillion.
favorite people.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Cheers, Melanie. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chiming in. So let's turn positive. Alana, why don't you tell us about one of your favorite, most beautiful sex stories, or hysterical, as long as we're all smiling at the end.
God, man, I thought of so many things that you might have asked me, and this is not one of them.
That's the mark of a good interviewer.
Gosh.
We're not interviewing. We're just hanging out, right?
Yeah.
We're just hanging out. Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
So when I was young, we used to sneak out of our parents' house, and there was this park that was nothing. And first thing in the morning, it was always nothing but fog. And oh no, I just thought of another one. No, okay, I'll stick with that one.
just include the fog in the other one, whatever it is, and just
And
it's
we used
automatically a new one.
we used to all there were a group of about 12 of us, maybe 10 to 12 of us, and we would all sneak out, and we would meet up in the park when it was all covered with fog, and that we would kind of like, I don't want to say it was sex, but it was making out, but we would always draw straws. It was kind of like spin the bottle to who you had to disappear in the fog with. And I didn't have sex with the dude, but I chose him and he chose me, and we had to disappear in the fog and make out, and it was kind of fun.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I thought of something that was a little more explicit, but
Go ahead.
It is.
all
It
ears.
is positive.
Go ahead.
It is positive.
you guys go first.
All right, Ryan. Spit
See,
it.
I was going to say go ahead because then that gives me the okay for mine.
All right, Paulie, go ahead.
Oh my God, are you going to talk about Radio Shack?
No,
Oh.
I wasn't even going to mention Radio
Well,
Shack.
now
None of
we
I
them
gotta
even
hear
know
it.
about Radio
We got to
Shack,
hear about
but
it now.
I once fucked Ryan in the back of a Radio Shack.
Not
That is a
fucked me,
great
just
sex story.
sucked me off.
Are those still around?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, holy fuck. How long
This
have
was
y'all known each
like
other?
20 years ago.
Okay. Right on.
I didn't know you guys knew each other way back then.
Yeah, we've known each other for ages.
Hell yeah. I knew that. But I didn't know.
I can also probably quote any part number.
I didn't know
you
that
need.
y'all were fucking in the back of Radio Shack back then.
Oh, do you guys tell them the story about the radio? Tell them the story about the record store.
Which one? Details, guys. Details. 38th and Lafayette? No.
Missing Link in Broad Ripple back
Missing
when
Link.
it was still around. I went down on her in the basement of Missing Link.
So you went down on her basement and there was a link missing.
No, there was this really cool record store. Do you not remember it?
In Broad Ripple?
Yeah, it was called Missing Link.
I didn't.
I got nothing.
You don't remember Missing Link? This was years ago.
And she bought me a handful of Kansas records. Take from that what you will.
Fair enough. All right.
I need a cigarette. That was pretty hot. I need a cigarette.
Oh, man. This is why the camera is above the waist.
Whoop.
Oh, I love your hoodie.
That's
Speaking
pretty
of-
cool.
Speaking of Punk Rock Night, Chop Liver and what we do, it's sponsored by Punk Rock Night.
No, wait, you skipped over
Every
Polly.
Saturday night at the Melody Inn is Punk Rock Night. We're also sponsored by.
Punk Rock Night.
No, I just said that. You drunk son of a bitch. We're also sponsored by Construction Company. So if you need shit done to your house or your property, hit up Polly Punk Construction Company.
We need something done to our house.
We need a lot of some things done to our
I just
house.
started a whole fire.
I was cooking,
Polly's
and
like, you son of a bitch.
you know the hood that hangs over the stove?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was cooking, and it
She
just
has
like
a problem with her hood.
the hood just fell out of the wall
Oh,
onto my hands while I was cooking.
congratulations. It wasn't close enough to the smoke for you, or
I don't know.
what
but
was you burning?
I wasn't burning anything. It just fell out of the wall.
I'm just joking around. Okay, I'll take you seriously now. Sorry. Well,
I'm sorry.
We need more sponsors, by the way. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Benchmark. Old number 8 brand. Not really brought to you by, but maybe if we say their fucking name enough, they'll just start sending us boxes
Hey,
of this
Shep.
alcohol.
Send it.
That'd
Yeah.
be awesome.
You should come with us the next time we go do the bourbon tour
Where's that?
in Kentucky,
In Kentucky?
where they make bourbon.
If I can get
That sounds like
5
a
minutes
grand
to sit
idea.
at my computer once a week, I would get the PRN photos a lot faster. I cannot go to Kentucky. Actually, I can't remember the last time I left the state.
Can you hear me
Dude,
breathing?
it's
Oh,
not,
wait,
it's
I
not
played-
worth it.
I
Other
played-
states are just as fucked as we are.
I played in Chicago in February. So if I ain't playing,
yeah,
all right. So
technically you was
if
out
I
of state for
wasn't
that.
playing a show, the last time I left the state of Indiana, fuck my life. I can't. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Ugh, ugly. 2020.
That's not bad.
My sister got cancer, so
Mm.
Yeah.
I had to be there.
Beginnings
Sorry.
of COVID.
I
it's
wanted to
okay.
be there, but yeah, last time I left the state, other than for playing a show.
Oh,
So which
sorry.
I need to make a visit. Nah, don't be sorry. Whatever. I just don't want to negativity.
Come with me down to my family's farm sometime.
Yeah. You know, there's
Like
a
that's
person.
the thing we need to
there's a
talk about on the
there is a
radio.
person that I need to hang out with outside of shows and outside of like podcasts and stuff like that. And he's a friend of yours. His friend of ours, friend of everybody's. The day that I can actually do something and hang out,
Curious.
his name is Billy Boswell. He's
I
first
love
on my
Billy
list.
Boswell.
First
Billy
on my-
Boswell.
Billy and
if-
Leanna are going to be the first people that I hang out with when I can actually like function.
Do it.
Billy Boswell, if
Do
you're
it.
watching, you saved my life by introducing me to all of this.
Oh, there you go.
Except me.
Amen. Thank you, Billy. For
Except him. I already knew him.
But yeah, I owe Billy a good strong hang. Haven't hung out with him in a long time, so for sure, right there at the top of my list. Aaron Massey's up there too. I got a lot of friends. I just hang out a lot of time. Good friends, a lot of good friends.
Billy
just-
Boswell is solid.
Yes, he is. So Ryan, now that you've been allowed so much time to think about it, you got a good one. You gonna rock and roll, or are we gonna run with Radio Shack and love it?
I don't remember the question.
Shit.
Did we do Radio Shack and the record store in the same day?
No,
Okay.
no, not at all. Because the day we did the record store, I was in Indy for a corporate meeting for Radio Shack.
Okay.
Wow.
Right on.
This Radio Shack gets interesting, more and more interesting. It's like, okay, come on back here. Let me show you the storage room I got back here.
That's pretty much how it went. Too.
Yeah.
what I'm guessing.
In the count out room.
What about you, Polly? You got a good one? You want to lay one on here?
I once got busy in a Radio Shack bathroom.
Yeah, we know,
Oh,
you just told us.
you wouldn't want to get
Where's that?
busy in that bathroom.
Polly,
I mean,
yeah.
I got some. I
Yeah.
don't know. What is it? Positive? What is it? A positive sex
Your
story?
favorite
or
sex
It's got to be
experience.
positive.
favorite? Oh fuck!
Oh, favorite. Okay, yeah.
It doesn't have to be favorite. It could just be like
I have a story for that.
You better have pointed
that's
at
that
me.
story, like good vibes.
I have a
Vibes.
story for that. I forgot we were talking about favorite, but I have a story for that.
Oh, please.
Let's roll, Ryan. Let's do this shit. Let's go. Let's hear it.
So
Don't be too explicit, especially if it's me.
The show,
well, I can't promise
the
that.
show is
but
rated for mature audiences. So
Oh, I know your
But thank
favorite.
goodness.
I know your favorite experience.
probably not.
ooh.
No, I was thinking it was someone else.
No,
Where's the beef?
it was actually
Oh, that was bad. I'm
You and
sorry,
I-
guys.
in a hotel in Muncie,
Yes. Also years ago.
and I will just simply say I was going down on you, and that was the first moment in my life that I actually knew what love was.
Aww, that is so sweet. Jinx, Coke on you, motherfucker. Pass that bottle. Dude, that is so sweet, though. Especially because you started with eating her pussy. There's nothing like loving a woman than going down on her. For now.
Aw.
Amen, man. That's what's up. That's some good vibes right there, baby. I'm loving that.
Oh my
Yes.
God,
Oh,
my
yeah.
face is so red. I can see myself in the TV and my face is so red.
Blame the whiskey.
It's actually redder on the TV than it is in person.
Is it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh,
Maybe I'm colorblind
Either
in real
way, there
life.
you
I don't
go.
know.
Jamie.
I
Brought
don't
the
know.
Jamie tonight, huh?
I
Some
brought the
good
good
whiskey.
stuff.
Yep. Good deal, man. I
I
like
can't
that.
handle good stuff.
When I go out, I drink cheap whiskey. When I buy my own for whatever, it's always Jameson.
Hell yeah. So
My face is still red. Goodness.
it's a good. How sweet, Ryan. I love you even more now. That's so sweet.
Yeah, I
Love
didn't
it.
He wants
expect
you to
that.
go down on him.
Oh,
Uh,
I mean,
Chicken Watts.
I'm just kidding.
So Ollie said, "I love Billy and Liana." So do I. I'm sure we all do. Ollie chimed in and said, "We go to AEW shows, but have never seen each other at any of them." I feel you.
damn it. Well,
I
it's
feel
a big
ya.
place.
I go to Paulie and I go to Colts games, and there's always tons of people there when we're there, and we never see anybody. By the
Yeah,
way, if
matter
you're
of
at a
fact.
Colts game, we reside on the north side of the building, and when you walk out the north side doors to smoke, just go down
Oh, that place
the
is
left
terrifying.
side, and we're right there. That's where we be smoking. Hit us up.
So are you guys down? Are you guys down in the front when you go?
When we
We're,
smoke,
we're
No, like when you go to watch the game.
our seats are sort of at the northwest corner.
yeah, we're
the
so
end zone.
like we're on the north end of the building. You go up the stairs, and then we're right there by the liquor stand.
I had to go there one
Yeah,
time.
pretty much.
They're dope ass.
Which-
seats.
They're
It-
dope
it's-
ass seats, dude, and we pay. It's a
It's
fucking crime what we
It's
pay
a
for
great
'em.
building and everything, but I had to go there one time to it was a fundraiser for my daughter's show choir. And we had to stuff the seats with posters,
Mhm.
and we got way up there. And are you guys like down close or way up high? Because
We're second tier. We're at the bottom of the second tier.
those big high seats are so scary.
Oh,
I
you can just
hate-
go tumbling right down that. And
I
onto the
hate
field.
walking
Oh.
up those steps on the third tier.
Mhm.
Oh god,
Yeah, that shit's
you want
real.
to work out? Go to a Colts game in the fucking third tier. Not to mention if you're up there in the third tier.
on the 15th row.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like before we signed up for I'm not sitting here trying to sell people on season tickets, but we were paying double for
I want season tickets for the Cincinnati
so
Reds.
cheap. It's literally so cheap if you just do it
Yeah.
that way.
Are you done
uh,
with baseball this year?
What
Are you done with baseball this year?
baseball?
I am, because there's nobody in the World Series that
Yeah,
I actually
the
like.
the Cleveland Guardians. Yeah, no, they're out, so I'm out. But baseball for me is.
Oh, did they turn it to Cleveland Guardians?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a
Yeah.
bunch of bullshit.
All right. Well,
because-
let's not get into that.
I'm sorry.
I'm fully on board with that change.
We'll
but
I'm a
we'll,
diehard
we'll walk
Cincinnati
away
Reds
from
fan.
this conversation.
yeah, and
alright.
fuck the Reds.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Cubbies forever.
Damn, we just went from ass eating stories to fuck the Reds. Shit got hot in here real quick.
I'm a diehard Cincinnati Reds fan.
Cubbies forever.
So I grew up in Northern Ohio, so
Even
I'm a
your
Cleveland
man
Indians
Bill
fan,
knows
but
Cubbies.
because my mama is a huge Cincinnati Reds fan. I'm
Really?
also a Reds fan, so they're in my top three. So are the Chicago White Sox, but they're mostly in my top three because they stole all my favorite players from the Cleveland Indians, which are now
It's
known
a
as the
little warm
Cleveland
in here.
Guardians. See, that's what I was getting at earlier. We're gonna switch the camera over for 1 second. Why do you love the Cincinnati Reds, Alana? I'm just curious.
My grandparents have had had season tickets since they were married in I believe 1950.
Wow.
and they were there all through. I was born during the Big Red Machine. I don't know if you know anything about
I do.
baseball, but I was born during the Big Red Machine thing with Johnny Bench, my favorite. And Johnny Bench was my favorite word, my first word.
Right on.
Oh wow.
My mom's
first-
a big Bench fan as well.
Isn't there actually a picture of him holding you?
Yes, there's a picture of Johnny Bench holding me when I was a baby. There's a picture of Joe Morgan, who was also from the Reds. I don't know if
That's
you guys know who that is,
Yep.
but him holding me when
Aw,
I was
that's
and
awesome.
and I have pictures
Pretty
with
cool.
Marge Schatz, the owner of the Cincinnati Reds.
Also holding you, or
No,
just a picture
me
with
with
her?
me with her dogs, because she had these
She had a lot of
oh
dogs.
God, no, Saint Bernards. She had Saint Bernards, and there were pictures of me with her Saint Bernards. It was a big Marge Schatz, and her thing with her Saint Bernards was a big thing in the 70s. So
Mm.
Actually,
My dad was or is, well, was, because I mean he's not passed away, but he no longer watches baseball, but was a huge Cincinnati Reds fan. So growing up, was always watching their
love
games
the
on
Cincinnati
TV.
Reds.
However, I'm not the biggest Cincinnati Reds fan. I like them okay enough. I was thorough all about Atlanta, so always been there for the Braves.
boo.
That's okay.
I only ever
Boo,
watch
Atlanta.
baseball
Am I the
and
only
wrestling.
Cubs fan here?
Yeah, for sure.
What the
100%.
fuck?
Yeah, man. You're the only one.
But
I
I
can't believe
was,
you didn't say his name. Like, fuck, man. Who is the Cincinnati Reds? No hate on Marge or Bench, but
Pete Rose.
his name is Pete Rose. And thou shall never forget 9/11, 1985, when he broke the record, all-time
Yes.
hits that will never be broken.
Yes.
That's my mom's favorite player.
Wait, was 85? Yeah, he was with
Actually got to meet him
the
in
Reds,
Vegas.
Yes.
And
I was thinking way back when he was with the was it the Phillies?
he went to the Phillies after he was with the Reds. He started his career in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete Rose for sure. Yeah, for my mom's 70th birthday, I actually got to meet Pete Rose and I had him sign a baseball and signing off to my mom
Nice.
That's cool.
for her 70th, and I bought like a really expensive Pete Rose card and made this little thing. And
I have a
yeah.
Lou Gehrig card.
No shit.
Ooh.
That's
It
some
was-
money right there.
It was my father's. He carried it in his pocket.
Oh, Jeanette Carey's a Cubbies fan. Well,
Yes.
there's
I
that.
have
Fucking
a
yes.
Picture of a Mickey Mantle card.
Rick
Big
Wilkerson
picture
of
of
band
it.
Tombstone Valentine played at my second.
I was
Reds.
big into baseball cards when I was a
Oh, me
kid.
too. Mhm.
I
My
used to have a
favorite- my
signed
favorite-
Nolan
Garbage Pail
Ryan
Kids,
card.
Love those.
My favorite baseball card ever is Bo Jackson, the black and blue.
Mm.
Yep.
Like I had that
I have that
poster.
card.
I had that
Yes.
Wheaties poster.
You still have that card?
No, but I still have the Wheaties.
Before you leave here tonight, you're leaving with that card.
I still have the Wheaties poster.
I have the card.
Nice.
I do. And it's yours. You can have it. I don't know how much it's worth. I don't care. You can have it.
That's
And
cool.
do you guys so do you guys remember the Bo Jackson shirts that said Bo Knows?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I used to have one that said Bo Knows on the front, and when I turned around, I had it ironed on.
I
that
didn't know
said-
you were a big Bo Jackson fan.
Yeah.
Right on.
It
Oh,
said
yeah.
Bo Knows on the front. And when I turned around,
See-
it said your mom.
See those boxes directly in front of you under the TV? See those boxes? Those are all baseball cards.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Son of a bitch,
I have a
yeah.
dope ass.
Dude, we need to just hang out sometime and go through our baseball cards.
I got a whole box
I'll
of
join
cards
you.
I still have to go
I
through.
have several of those large fucking books full of cards.
Fuck yeah.
In the flip pages.
Nice.
Bruh.
I'll join
I
you guys.
sold like 5 of those for $1 a piece.
I might have a few hundred of the cards I had before I moved here, but before I moved here,
like
We're probably
late
boring
80s.
people.
oh fuck it.
They're really
We're not-
much.
Yeah.
Y'all bored? All right. Anyways,
We're talking about baseball.
we're
not
hanging out and
supposed-
having fun. That's all that fucking matters.
Hey,
Right.
Jeanette Carey's the Cubbies fan.
That's right. Yeah. I
Yes.
brought that up earlier.
like,
I was like, oh well,
"Go."
there you go. Another Cubbies fan. One in
I
a
was
bajillion.
watching when they won.
Yeah.
I cried.
I mean, I'm happy for you Cubbies in your glorious World Series win.
Just because I love baseball.
But it came at the cost of
mean-
my heart because my Cleveland now Guardians lost that series, and now they hold the longest tenure without a fucking championship. So, and the reason why I was disgusted with your statement about the Braves is because if you know anything about 90s baseball, then you would know that the
Braves sucked the life right out of
Yeah,
the Cleveland
I remember.
Indians.
Yeah.
And I loved every moment of that World
dude.
Series. But now listen, it came at a cost because think about all the times that the Braves lost to Pittsburgh in the early 90s, went to the World Series and lost to Toronto in the early 90s.
Or
You
when
know.
the Reds won in the early 90s.
I don't remember that happening.
You don't remember that happening? It was like 93, 94.
The Reds
Yeah.
World Series?
Yeah.
Okay.
Way to stop the whole conversation there.
Sorry.
I just
No, I mean,
remember the
that's- I'm gonna
Cleveland
look-
now Guardians
I don't, for whatever reason,
losing.
don't remember that,
So
but it probably did happen.
yeah.
That's cool.
honestly, like I've completely fallen off the baseball. I'm trying to remember who keeps winning. I think it's the Astros, right?
Do you want to talk
Yeah.
about wrestling?
No.
I tried to get Ryan in a figure
Uh.
4 the other night.
How'd that go? Now we're talking.
I was in pain for 2 days afterwards,
And she
Is that
still
how
didn't
that works?
succeed.
and I still didn't succeed.
Yeah, I once they gave Roman Reigns the belt at the what are they calling now? The WWE. I was like, all right, I'm done. I was glad to see the end of old boy's tenure from what's his name? The Brock Lesnar. I was happy
Brock
to see the end of
Lesnar's
that,
boring,
but when they
yeah.
brought Roman Reigns, I was like, okay, well, I'm done. I'm over it. Shitty ass fucking writers, and I would
I
put
like
money.
AEW now.
Yeah, that's the word. That's yeah, but I just don't have time to watch TV, so I just don't follow it. The only literally the only show I watch now, unless it's like I'm at work and I'm able to watch like Netflix or something like that. The only thing I watch live is football. So it's my favorite reality TV show. So
I'm sorry I keep hijacking your questions.
oh, not at all.
Weirdly,
we're just
I
hanging
am
out.
super excited for the XFL. I can't figure out why, but I am.
What's XFL?
It's
Alternative.
Vince
Yeah.
McMahon's football league.
somebody trying to compete with the NFL, basically.
Oh, do they do tables and chairs?
And now the Rock is a co-owner.
Is he really?
Do they do
Yes.
tables and chairs?
I might be a little more interested.
No.
Oh,
I like Dwayne Johnson, or what's his full name?
Dwayne.
Dwayne
Yeah.
the Rock
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good guy.
I like Orange Cassidy.
We had a suite at an AEW show in Schaumburg, and Lance Archer just wandered in and hung out for a bit.
Hey.
Says Ellie. Yes.
I love you, Allie.
All I know is Schaumburg is fucking awesome.
Yeah, as much as all this conversation sparks my interest, I probably will not start watching wrestling again. So, I'll try.
I'm gonna let you ask questions now because I
Ah,
hijacked your whole
This is
question
great. This is
about.
great. We're just hanging out,
Okay,
chilling. Fuck questions.
Right.
Polly, how you doing?
we already asked. We already
Doing
asked fuck
real
questions.
Real good.
We've already asked fuck
Mm,
questions.
What time is it? Oh, we're about an hour and a half through.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Wow.
It flies by.
Yeah, it really does.
It really does. It just flies right through for sure. So I guess we can. We already mentioned our sponsors. We can bring up some things that we've got going on. So, Chop Liver, what we've got, what we've got happening coming up here. So, so I booked a show, or we booked a show, whatever. The core here, Chop Liver. We booked a show in August. It would have been. I actually checked the emails because I wanted to be accurate. We booked a show.
Check the emos.
The
Email.
emails. Yeah. You can contact us at chopliver@emo.com. No, but we did book a show back in August. It's coming up here in 9 days. Pull up the image here. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a show on Friday, 11 plus
I'll be
11
there.
equals 22. It's a $5 cover. That's a steal. It's
not gonna
directly after Hillbilly Happy Hour. It features Ceiling Volume, Ramathorn, and Half Built Homes. Again, the party starts at 9. The music starts at 10. So we've got that show coming up here.
That's gonna be killer.
oh yeah, it's gonna be a great show. I mean, that's a hell of a lineup.
Yeah.
It's our sixth booking. It's our first booking since what 2016.
It was before that.
16 or 17, I think.
Number 5's around here somewhere.
It was earlier than that, wasn't it?
I'm like looking around at the wall. Like, okay, so our last booking was Think Tank, Black Recluse, Lucifist, and Dwarf Among Midgets, and that was at the Historic Million. So this is our.
That was a punk rock night event.
That was. It was a duo down.
Yeah.
So this one.
I thought that was at fifth quarter. You guys
I'm
did one
looking at the
fifth
poster.
quarter.
It was definitely.
Well,
it was definitely at the Million.
That one.
That's how I was
is
able to
at the
read it
fifth
off.
quarter, the first one.
Oh yeah, the first one was definitely. It's like right there.
What an epic
And
freaking.
That was,
Oh yes.
Tiger Sex.
Gitmo,
Stealing
Stealing Volume,
Dockers.
Dead on TV, Dockers. That was a hell of a night. That was our first booking.
Dockers. I really hope Mike Rippey gets well soon so we can see him
he will.
perform again.
Love you, Mike. Love you, Rippy.
He's in the hospital right now.
Is he?
He got out today.
Oh, he's
Oh,
out
right on.
today.
Yep.
All right, good. Good.
Or that's what he said on Facebook anyway. I don't want to seem like the
remember-
authority or anything, but
I remember his first impression of me. I guess he told Chet.
oh, look at
I
that
freaked
butt
him out
on
a
the
little bit
screen.
because
He's a wild one. He's a wild one. Paulie gets a little wild in that mosh pit, bro.
Yeah, I go at it in the pit sometimes, occasionally,
Occasionally.
you know. And I guess Mike's first impression was a little bit because
okay, now I have to pee.
he was like, "Wait a minute, don't get so crazy that close to me."
So, all right. So, with that being said, we sat on that show a little too long. We booked it in August. We talked about it on the podcast, but we didn't make an event page. We didn't put out a poster. That's my fault. I just dragged my feet a little too long, but whatever. So, for sure, 100%, no doubt. But because of my lack of getting stuff done in the last one, I'm going to go ahead and announce tonight we have another show booked. And I made a poster today. It's might be the official poster for it. I'm not sure if I'm completely finished with it, but here it is.
Yeah.
Chopped Livers Music Madness Party Beer Show number 7. It's going to be Friday the 13th. That's in January. It's the second Friday of the month, obviously, but it features Soy City Stranglers from Decatur, Illinois. The run-up, local fucking awesome ass band. Hans
Yes.
Condor from Nashville, Tennessee, that are on tour with Soy City Stranglers. They're an awesome band. You need to check them out. They're on Facebook. Check out their music. I'm sure they're all over the place as well. And then
Soy City Stranglers rock.
hell yeah, they do. And then we also have local artist Paint Job on the bill as well. And they're fucking newer, badass, like hardcore fucking band.
Have you seen Paint Job
Nice.
yet?
Yes, I have. They're fucking amazing.
I have not, and I've heard amazing things about them.
But that show is going down at State Street Pub, located at 243 North State Avenue. And that party starts at 8 p.m. and the music starts at 9 p.m. That will be, again, Friday the 13th in January. A little bit more of a cover. Usually we run with $5 cover on every show that we book, but this one we're doing $7 because we've got a band from Nashville and a band from Decatur. So all the money, as always, since day one, will go to the bands. We don't take a penny from it. It costs us nothing to
Who's
do
that on the flyer?
That's Chad.
That would be Chad Schick.
That's what I thought.
Mhm. Yep. The other photo, the other flyer for the show that's coming up next Friday, that is the bass player from the band Public Servants.
Mhm.
So I featured them on there. And I have a habit of doing that. I'll actually use artists from other bands for the shows that we book. So whatever, it's my thing. It's whatever. But and then outside of that, we've also got a new podcast coming up, which right there, it's going to be called Mixed Nuts. It's a new live podcast featuring you. Join the live stream, talk about whatever the fuck you
Nice.
want. And so basically,
Like that night when Benny kept calling in.
right. So this is basically, here's the format right here. It's going to be me sitting right here like this. And then people are going to click the link and they're going to live stream from their kitchen, from the Melody and bathroom, from wherever the fuck they want. And now people can come on the show, promote their shows they got coming up, promote their art, talk about football, talk about when they lost their virginity because they're just dying to get it off their chest. Whatever the fuck it is. It's
I've
really
been doing some art.
hell yeah, dope. But really the idea behind it is to give people an opportunity that can't drive to lapel or can't be here to promote their show on a specific week to just
Because it's a funky
tune in.
drive.
I want to keep it at 20 minutes a fucking person. That way I can try to get at least 9 or 10 people in on a show. But there are
Wait,
other, you know,
9 or
there's
10?
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking 20 minutes, 9 or 10. That would be like 200 minutes. That would be like 3 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You're very good
job.
at math. Nice.
Yeah.
Very
I'm sorry.
nice.
I'm actually not very good at math. I almost didn't make it out of college because I couldn't pass finite math.
My mom went to college. The second time probably didn't land as well. But
Yeah,
so we
it
got
was
that coming
funny.
up.
But I laughed twice as hard.
Paulie and I
Did
we
you
have
catch my snort in there? I hope not.
can I Paulie, can I talk about the stuff that we're talking about doing?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's like no conversation's been had, but we're pretty much gonna start making reels. If you guys don't know what reels is, welcome to 2022. TikTok, right?
Fuck that. 19 or
You
20
know what kind
had
of-
that. Fuck,
Mm-mm.
never
So
mind.
we're gonna start making
Lose the
reels.
joke.
You know
I
what
already
kind of
got one
reels?
that we should do right away.
You know what kind of
Fuck
reels
yeah.
you should get on here?
Mm.
Friendship wrestling.
Oh, well, sure, for sure. You talking about?
We've had Nick on the show before.
I'm in.
We talked all about it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need more World Friendship Wrestling on here with Rooster Sprocket.
All right,
Okay.
all right. You hearing that, Nick?
Yeah.
Are you listening, Nick? Are you listening, Chris? Rooster McSprocket?
Well, that's the thing. Like this show it's booked. You know, I think our
We're out 3 months, right?
Yeah, we had to wait 2 months to get on here, and we're fucking
I
nobodies.
think we're in March.
No,
Pretty
somebody.
sure we're in March.
No,
for
somebody
booking.
last week said that we're pillars of the community.
Amen.
Oh,
Are we pillars of the community?
jeez.
Yeah. Lana, you've been a part of this music scene for a long time.
Yeah.
And anybody that doubts that,
But I don't
That
know
pillar.
anything musical.
they shut the fuck up. Oh, you're gonna
He-
do a
he-
musical? The Pillars?
No,
Pillars, the musical.
No, actually, this might be a good time to announce this. He keeps trying to get me to do a band with him, and
Do it.
I have such bad
Do
stage
it.
fright.
Do it.
Do it.
I have such bad.
Yesterday
stage-
you
Let's hear
said
it from
tomorrow.
chat. Who thinks she should do it?
I think you should.
I have such bad stage fright that I've been almost puking for 2 weeks leading up to tonight.
Dude, oh my god. We
Get to us
have
in chat.
look-
Who would support
look
her?
at guys, look at these links, guys.
Yeah.
Sex Wine, XYZ.
Allie thinks you should do it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. I love it. Hey, we finally got our first what do you call it?
Bot. Or
Got our
Al,
first bot.
I think Allie has heard me sing.
Hot girls.
All right, let's catch up on comments that aren't bots. I knew they would find us eventually, but all right. So we had this. Oh yeah, we got that. So yes. Oh, Daryl Ben chimed in. What's up, Daryl? Looked it up. It was actually 1990. They won the World Series.
Okay.
Holy shit! There it is.
There we go.
I think Ken Griffey Sr. might.
I
have been
was
on that
there.
bill. Right off.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
he was.
I have my
Shit.
tickets at home.
I
Nice.
remember when Senior and Junior were playing at the same time.
I'm gonna have to talk to my
Yeah.
mom to figure out because I went to a ton of Cincinnati games growing up. Anyways, Melanie Page chimed in. What's up, Melanie? Paint Shop rocked at the Mill a couple weeks ago. Would love to see them again. Well, guess what? You've got a chance
Yep.
coming up
January.
Friday the 13th.
I love you, Melanie.
Like I
I'm
said,
really
it may be
excited
landed
for all
better.
this.
That was on my.
All this shit we
My
got
mom
going
went
on
to
right now,
college.
dude. Fucking pumped up about it.
I know I am too. I'm excited
I'm
for
like-
the show on Friday.
Is this what you
I'm
do?
excited about it too, and I, at the same time, I'm like,
It's a
okay,
stellar fucking
how in the
lineup.
fuck am I going to control myself and not get in that pit?
Good luck. Half Belt Holmes, which if you haven't seen them, they're from Monticello. They're fucking dope as fuck. I love their music. I keep their CD in my fucking what do you call it? Multi CD.
Disc changer.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're awesome. Got to see
Disc
them.
changer.
I
I
saw
thought he
them
said
in
discharger.
Rochester over the summer. They're again. I've seen them a few times, so they're super dope. If you haven't seen them, you want to check them out. Ramathorn, Stealing Volume next Friday. It's gonna be dope. Cannot wait. I'm really excited about it. I also get to host. So All right, wait, are you
Nice.
hosting too? Are we gonna do a host or am I gonna host?
You can host.
We can go back old school. Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm gonna get up there and spit.
I just remembered something.
What did you remember?
Something that you always ask, and I was just
Oh, let's hear it. Do it. Say it.
no.
Say it.
I'm gonna
Say
wait
it.
for you to
Say
ask.
it.
I'm gonna wait for you to ask me
Say it.
because it's one of
Alright.
the three things that you
Oh.
ask,
I know what it is.
I know what it is
and
too.
it's not paranormal.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Shit.
Ooh,
Fuck. Oh man.
I'm
Okay.
intrigued. Say it.
Hallucinogens.
Oh yeah, let's talk about drugs. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, the show's always been drugs, sex, rock and roll, and paranormal. So
I was ready for the paranormal, but it just hit me. Oh my god! Now I know what I'm going to talk about when he asked me about
write it down. You're gonna
hallucinogens.
forget.
Yeah,
all right,
right.
so drugs. Let's talk about hallucinogen. What's your favorite hallucinogenic experience? Alana, go ahead. Ryan, start thinking about your answer because guess who's up next?
Okay. I've had a lot of
Start thinking about your
hallucinogenic
answer.
experiences.
Mhm.
Like I've done a lot of acid, I've done a lot of shrooms, but the most poignant, I guess, of all of those,
Pungent.
pungent.
I like poignant better.
Poignant?
Actually.
Poignant
The G is
of
silent.
all of those. Okay, thank you. He always tells me how to pronounce things because I read all the time and I don't know how to pronounce things. But anyway,
It's a thing. It happens.
I've had a lot of I followed the Grateful Dead in the late 90s. I've had a lot of experiences, but the funniest ones were the first 2 days that I was ever put on Ambien.
Hmm.
The first night, and both nights there, my best friend was there playing World of Warcraft because he worked days and was off nights, or worked nights and he was off those nights, and he was playing World of Warcraft just to babysit me on my first 2 days of Ambien. So my first night on Ambien, I went around the entire house and I took out all the light bulbs of all of the light fixtures and lamps and everything and hid them in my underwear drawer. And
Oh.
instead of stopping me, my friend was like recording me. And the next day I wake up and nothing is working. And he's like, "You want to know why?" And he brings his phone over here and shines it in my underwear drawer, and like there's like 20 light bulbs in there. Okay, so I'm like, okay, that was my first night on Ambien. Let me try one more night on Ambien before I call it quits. The next night, I was okay. So my whole family hunts, and we had a whole freezer full of deer meat. And it was like I was sleepwalking, and I swore there was a tiger in our house, and I was trying to lure this tiger out of my house using deer meat from the freezer, which we had stocked up to eat all winter. Our whole winter's worth of food I'm throwing out on the front lawn trying to get this tiger out of my house. And I mean, it wasn't even, like I said, I've had some LSD and mushroom experiences, but nothing like my Ambien experiences. And I specifically had that
Hopefully
friend.
that went back in the freezer right away.
Yeah, I specifically had this friend sit with me because I knew I had heard of things like people trying to get in their cars and drive after they take Ambien and stuff like that. So I specifically had my friend there for this purpose. And rather than stopping me, he just videotaped me
That's a good friend.
throwing deer meat into my front yard.
I think that's fair.
To lure this
Yeah.
tiger away that was in my house.
But he didn't let you drive, so all's fair.
Didn't let you drive. I assume he's the one that put the meat back in the freezer afterwards.
Yeah.
It's the
Sounds
best
like
you
a
could
great
do.
guy to me.
It was awful.
Okay. So
I-
your favorite drug is Ambien.
No, I did have Have you guys heard of Further Fest?
Yes.
So yeah,
It was slightly after. I think it was about the time Jerry Garcia was.
It
in
was
his,
right after Jerry died.
Right after Jerry died. Okay, so it was like a Grateful Dead festival, only not the Grateful Dead because Jerry had just died. It was in the late 90s.
Okay.
And some dude was tripping balls and had just started throwing $20 bills. And me and my friend followed this trail of $20 bills and bags of weed. And it was amazing. It was amazing.
Why can I only think of Hansel and Gretel?
It sounds just like that, but once we got home, I mean, we had more than paid for our tickets by this rich tripping guy that just threw $20 bills everywhere.
Nice.
hell yeah,
Let's hear about your hallucinogen experience, Ryan.
That was pretty good.
Ryan.
That's the first time
Hell yeah.
anybody's ever actually discussed a legal narcotic as a hallucinogenic.
Fair
on the
enough.
show.
Yeah. Well, no, hold on. I told the story about when I had my wisdom tooth pulled and they put me on fucking
Okay.
what's that shit called? Pump up the volume.
No, it's
But that wasn't
Dance,
hallucinogenic.
dance.
So yeah, that is definitely the first legal hallucinogenic story for sure.
See, I don't remember what I was on when I had my wisdom teeth pulled, but I remember.
Oh, I want to know what you were on because goddamn.
I remember initially I just fucking lost my mind and was sitting there in the living room crying, watching Oprah because I felt violated because somebody had cut my teeth out.
Oh god, there's nothing worse.
And then a couple of days later, and you'll appreciate this, Shep,
Hell yeah.
I was crying at an Audio Adrenaline concert
Aw.
because I had stopped for chicken nuggets on the way, and I couldn't tell if the things that I was picking out of my teeth with my tongue
Yeah.
were chicken nugget remnants or stitches.
No.
But you've never had an experience though, have you?
No, other than that, all I have done is smoke pot.
True story. The first time I've ever heard the song Free Ride was Audio Adrenaline. So Free Ride is
Yes.
a Joe Walsh song, right?
Edgar Winter.
Is it Edgar Winter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck man.
Come on and take a
Free ride. Yeah. I digress. Either way, I was like, I had no idea. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. Once I got a little bit older and realized that was not an Audio Adrenaline song.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I bought every one of their CDs as soon as they came out. Like, God, I was in love with them. I loved, like I wasn't allowed to
never
listen to
knew-
secular music. So,
Yeah.
We should do a whole thing about that, like Christian music.
whose house?
It's a big,
No,
big house.
Okay,
with
now
lots and
I
lots
was
of
just
room.
in.
Were you ever
Carmen?
into-
Do you
were
remember
ever
Carmen?
into,
Oh God! Fuck
yes.
Tell me
Carmen.
who's in the house.
Lazarus,
Tell
come
me who.
forth.
Who? Oh fuck, man! DC Talk, fucking Newsboys, fucking
Reliant
Jars of
K.
Clay. See now, that was
Reliant
post.
K.
I was allowed to listen to secular music once they started getting popular. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I saw way before
Power
everybody
Team.
else. What's the name of that band? Help me out here. They ended up being super fucking famous.
Skillet.
Amen.
Skillet, bro. I had all their CDs. I'd seen them live like 4 times. Like,
Striper.
and by the way, like all these bands that I'm talking about, I saw them live. That's how I got like MXPX. I saw them live. That's how I bought Teenage Politics. Like
Yes.
like I get it. Live in General is like a better album. Whatever.
What about Striper?
Teenage Politics. So
Yeah,
that-
that's my
that
album.
album
That's my
fucking
that's
slaps.
pop my fucking cherry. That was my fucking first MXPX album.
yes,
I would have that fucking CD in my little Walkman CD player.
Sugar coated poison apples, man. That is a
fucking
fucking jam.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's songs on that album. Like, it doesn't matter if you like Christian rock or punk or whatever. Like, punk rock show
Crystalina.
or the song Teenage Politics in its own.
Crystalina is like absolutely fucking pop punk at its peak.
May. I like May.
I remember when they switched over to Virgin and went secular.
Yeah.
That there used to be this Christian magazine. It was a free magazine you could get at all the Christian bookstores called Reach. I'm pretty sure it was called Reach.
Yes.
And
yes.
it had a photo of them, right? And under them it said bad religion. Which in there, it was funny to me, is like in their way for that Christian magazine, what they're trying to do is be like bad religion. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
remember
what were
that.
they really doing? Like they were like
promoting.
once I like read through it and like figured out like Bad Religion was a band that they were touring with, I was like, oh fuck, I gotta listen to Bad Religion. And then so that Christian magazine
that is-
turned me on to Bad Religion.
That is how I got into Bad Religion,
No
man.
way.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Fucking, I know we're on a live podcast, but come on, man. You gotta,
Yes.
oh, I'm saying it. I'll say it. Right there, baby. Right there. Bam. Holy shit, dude.
That was the best fucking
Holy
thing
shit.
to ever happen from Christian music.
Speaking
Dude.
of some of that, I
Can you
just
believe
he,
they oh,
he just made me watch Godspell for the first time the other night. Have you guys seen Godspell?
I've not seen them live.
Have you?
I know who they are.
No,
though.
no, Godspell, the musical.
Mm-mm. I don't do musicals.
Oh my god, it was so fucking weird. It had Jesus dressed up like a clown, and they all live in this junkyard. Sorry.
I mean, the show was it hit Broadway in 1971, so you've got like a shit ton of hippie culture coming into it. So it's just gonna happen that it's fucking weird.
Polly, do you happen to have a hallucinatory story that you'd like to tell?
Yes, get us off of this, please.
Yes.
Get us off this bad
mean,
religion.
You know, I've shared a lot of different ones. So this week I'm gonna go in a slightly different route. I'm gonna bitch about one that I had, or lack thereof. I'm taking a lot of mushrooms over the years, but most people always tell me that they see like crooked doorways and like monsters haunting them and this and that. But mushrooms have never actually done that to me. Instead, what ends up happening is I'll break out the coloring book or
Me too.
jam on the piano or something like
Me too.
it's like
Me too.
I get super fucking zoned in.
Like creative.
Yeah. So mushrooms is my creative outlet for sure.
Nice.
So, but yeah, it's kind of aggravating because I'm like, well, I want to see what this hallucinogenic shit's all about. Like everybody else talking about, you know, doors that eat your head off and shit. I want to see that.
I have yet to experience anything like that on any hallucinogen. I've taken my fair share of shrooms, LSD. I've been tricked into some others, whatever, but I've never like, nah.
Really?
Yeah,
You too.
I
huh?
see some shit, but I've never
Same
seen like
same
people
here.
like, you know, like fucking, I don't know, like things that things that I don't know.
Same here.
Let me focus my brain here.
If anyone is willing to help me experience this, I will happily accept donations.
Are you talking about like actually
hallucination?
doing hallucinogenics?
Sure.
Are you comfortable with your sanity?
Not at all, but
Do you
I am
do you have high
accepting of the fact
anxiety,
that I am not
depression?
comfortable with
Ryan
it.
has always wanted to try something like
I'll
that.
tell you right now, like I'm all for people. See, the thing to me is like I've always looked at drugs as experiences, right?
Me too.
So ultimately, like I say this with a whole heart. If you have anxiety, depression, or any form of like this thing just takes you to a place sometimes that sadness.
Dude, that's
What-
my
what-
everyday.
I don't suggest it. I
thanks.
suggest stay away from it. Well, that's not it. That's not a shot at
Dude,
you. That's
I
I
don't
know.
want a raw dog reality any more than I have to.
well, at the end of the day, like I just always tell people, like, if you're comfortable with
Man, I
yourself,
just snorted again.
then you should be comfortable
that
with
one.
doing, you know, I don't know. It's not for everybody. Hell, there are people in this world that just can't handle pot. And if you know, just don't do it.
See,
So
my thing is, I recognize all this shit in myself. So therefore, I am probably better prepared to deal with it than somebody that doesn't know
Fair
that
enough.
all that shit is going
Fair.
on.
Freddie Mercury. I just noticed your shirt. You've worn that shirt so many times, and I just now recognize what it meant.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, not everybody is a cosmic specialist or whatever that shit is. Cosmo scientist. I don't know. No, I mean, I don't know my table of periods.
I remember I can recognize probably the first 2 lines of the periodic table. I was never very good in science.
And see, if
I just failed to pay
hard
attention. Was my
sciences.
problem. It didn't interest me enough to like. That's stupid. You know.
See, if I was a better nerd, I could actually like sing the entire periodic table song by Tom Lehrer, but I can't. So I'm like a middling nerd at best.
Hey.
What you doing, John?
I fucked up my hat.
Oh, way to go.
Actually, Ugo gave this to me. It's like one of my favorite hats, but I somehow managed to mess it up. Oh well.
Did you
Anyways,
see any good horror movies?
have I
Ooh,
seen recently?
Good question.
Recently? Yeah.
For Halloween, because this is like the second day after Halloween. So.
Yeah,
This is still technically Halloween.
mhm.
No, it's not. It's,
yes, yes.
It's
We got
Today
Christmas
is
back
All
here.
Souls Day.
It's Christmas horror
There's
season.
pumpkin.
Today is All Souls Day. It is the third day of All Hallows Tide.
Okay.
Okay, so Peter said it's called DMT. And then Brandon chimed
Never
in. I
done
never
DMT.
tripped either. Was never interested. Fair enough. And like, again, no peer pressure from chopped liver here. I always say like if you're not ready for it, don't do it. But Ali said, oh, hey, anyone seen Nope?
Oh, I
No,
have not, but I want to.
want to.
I do want to see that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because I'm scared to death of
What's-
aliens, which we'll
what's-
talk about later.
Oh, yeah, I have not seen Dope. I have not. I
Okay.
want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely on my
That's
list.
that new shit.
I did watch there's something that Hulu or HBO did. I watched that. It's from the makers of like The Ring and Grudge, a couple other ones. Watched that. It was pretty good. Can I remember the name of it? No.
That's what happens to me with
yeah.
horror movies all the
I
time.
just can't remember
'Cause
names of anything.
I watched all
Anything,
of
anyone.
them. So many.
Horrible names.
I don't even remember the name of the thing we started to
If
watch
I had my
last
phone,
night.
I'd literally whip it out. But there's 2 films that I watched. One was a Netflix one that's brand new about a young lady that and her husband that bought a house, and there were some murders there before. It's on Netflix. It's probably in the top 10 right now.
Ooh.
It was pretty good. It was all right. And then the one that I watched on HBO, which I was really excited about, was pretty good too. It was really good, actually. The basis of that film, almost a very similar storyline, but it was really good.
What's your favorite horror movie? I already know.
See, that is a great question. So
I already know.
I have a lot of them. I have a lot of favorites.
I know both of them.
I do have to. I always want to tend to tell people to watch The Ring, because not only is it a good horror film, but it's a great film in general, and it doesn't
Yes.
have a whole lot of jump scares. It has a good storyline. I recommend it to anybody that's a little scared to watch horror movies. For people that are like absolutely frightened of horror movies, I mentioned this last week, and you just can't handle. Lights Out will fuck you up.
Mm,
It will.
I haven't seen that
It
one.
will
that's a
destroy
good
you.
one. Yep.
It will fucking destroy you. You will not sleep for days. So if you're looking to not sleep for days, Lights Out is definitely the way to go. If you're looking to enjoy a real good horror film with not a whole lot of jump scares, I must suggest The Ring.
You almost halfway mentioned this one last week, which is my favorite horror movie, Planet Terror.
Amen. That's a good one. That's a
Yep.
good film.
You guys talked a lot about Death Proof last week.
I love Death Proof. It's like one of my ultimate. Yeah,
But Planet Terror is the other half of that.
absolutely. Yeah, it was
And
a double
Planet Te-
release.
That's my favorite horror movie.
Good stuff. Robert Rodriguez and
Rose McGowan,
the Foot Fiend. What's his name?
Mm.
Quentin Tarantino.
That's it. I'm being
But
Facetious.
it's mostly a
Facetious.
Rodriguez. I love Rodriguez movies because he always has like badass females.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
That's like my comfort thing to watch is badass females. And if you have never seen
Oh, dude, the new
Miss-
Predator. Oh fuck.
Oh God.
Talk about badass females.
Yeah.
That's a great film.
Starts with an H, I think.
no, it's Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Miss oh my god, you're gonna have to come back to me on this.
I can see
but
the picture in my
horror
or the
film
cover
featuring
in my mind.
Katie Holmes.
it's not really
Interesting.
horror.
It has to be
It's
an old one.
it's no, it's not old. Well, about 10 years old maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, Katie Holmes, if you're watching, give me a call.
Um,
Text me anytime.
It's one of my favorite movies and I can't remember the name of it. But she's this tap dancing teacher who's all prim and proper, but she's also a vigilante. So nobody ever expects it.
Katie Holmes.
Yeah. So nobody ever expects it. So she'll just like tap dance right up to this guy in her cute little outfit and she'll be like, "Oh, you're a child molester." Boom, $2.
I'm
I
gonna
may have seen that.
I'm gonna figure this out.
I can't promise that I've seen it, but I may have seen something like that.
It is my favorite.
We're gonna go all out here. Now
So
people
there-
actually can't see this, but I am searching. I want to know what this movie is. I'm interested.
There was
It's Miss
there was
something.
a movie that what's her name? Angelina did. She was in a freaking little spooker movie.
Miss
too.
Meadows.
Miss Meadows. That's
Miss
what
Meadows.
it is.
Miss
Uh,
Meadows.
Yes, Miss Meadows.
I've not seen it.
It is so good.
I shall find it and
Like,
watch it.
Katie Holmes just protects all these little kids from this child molester, and she's just like
It's awesome. Sounds like a great film.
Toodles, and she's so cute. And but yeah, that's my one. All my favorite comfort movies are movies where they have like badass females that do things like that. Usually vigilantes.
Brandon chimed in. He said, "The Dark and the Wicked was the last movie that actually freaked me out, and now I'm gonna make sure that's on my browser because I've never seen that either."
Now, are we talking horror movies or are we talking comfort movies?
Well, my comfort movies are horror movies.
Yeah, I know,
That's
and
fair.
and that kind of fucks me up.
I see
I know.
your Dark and Wicked, Brandon, and I will watch it because I cannot remember
I'll
the
check
last
that out,
time
too.
a
Like,
film freaked me
Really,
out.
almost
So,
any Rodriguez movie has a badass female lead,
oh yeah,
like Machete. I mean, Machete has Danny Trejo, but also what's her name? That I freaking love her. That's in the
Maybe
I've
I need to
seen it.
sit and watch through Spy Kids again.
and
Spy Kids.
even Spy Kids.
Spy
is
Kids
great.
3D coming to theaters in 2003.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh my goodness!
No, really, but Rodriguez movies are awesome.
Oh yeah, I
I
quite a
always
bit of-
loved watching like one of my comfort movies, if you will, is House on Haunted Hill.
oh yeah,
Freaking-
original.
Yeah,
Right
the
on.
original with Vince, and yeah, it's just something about the presentation
Can
of
you
the
hear my
cars pulling up
voice?
the driveway, you know, and he's introducing them on to giving you a little bit of background story on them, and you know, just the classicness of it. Just love it. So if you can come up with a 50, 60 show,
So, is that your favorite movie ever?
no,
Okay.
but
Ever.
it is one that I will consistently rewatch.
And that's the House on the Haunted Hill,
House on Haunted Hill.
not Last House on the Left,
Nope, not that one.
or the House of a Thousand Corpses.
I like that movie a
That's a
lot.
good
House
one,
of a
too.
Thousand, House
What's
of a
your
Thousand
favorite movie,
Corpses
Shep?
on the left, up the haunted hill.
So many houses.
What's your favorite movie, Shep?
favorite movie? Right
Yeah,
now,
I'm doing the-
like
yeah.
at this moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. So such a deep question. Well, so if you watch these podcasts, you probably already know I like to rewatch movies every year. Like I have a yearly I have to watch. And I
Nice.
just over the last couple of days I watched Interstellar again. Watch it at least
I've
once
not
a
seen
year.
that.
Yes.
You haven't seen Interstellar.
Oh my God, so good.
I figured everybody.
The
had seen
physics
that by
are
now.
so spot on.
Yeah,
Well,
spot on.
Have you seen my favorite, Harold and Maude?
Harold and Maude. Yeah,
Oh,
That's my favorite
that's a
movie
good one.
ever.
I'm
That's
trying to
my
remember her
favorite movie
name.
ever.
Actually, on my refrigerator at home, you know those magnets of the the old posters and
Oh,
shit. I have one of those magnets on my fridge, It's about that big, of Harold and
Nice.
Maude,
That's
and he's like holding up. I think he's holding like a chainsaw or a baseball bat or something. Or
Probably a shovel. From
maybe a shovel.
when they
it's in
dug
black and white.
when they
It's
dig the
cool.
shovel out of the, or when they shovel the
You need to move
a
your mic
tree.
in, hun.
Er,
A little
when
bit.
they shovel the tree out of the
Yeah,
thing.
it's good stuff. Have
Yeah.
you seen it?
Which one? Harold and Maude.
Harold
Yeah.
and Maude.
Yeah,
That's my
I've seen it.
favorite movie ever.
I was trying to remember her name.
Maud?
Ruth.
Her real name.
Ruth.
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 No, yeah, it's not.
Her first name is Ruth. I can't think of her last name, but there's a theater in Indianapolis named for her because she came here to act for a while.
Okay, right on. But
Really?
yeah, it's been a hot minute. But no, I don't have a favorite movie. It's tough. I just watched Interstellar again. I'm probably overdue for Old School again. I probably need to watch that pretty soon. It's been
Yes.
at least 10
Old
months.
School. Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
That's a good one. That's a cult classic, by the way. Fucking bombed in
also-
theater.
A better movie than that is kind of has to do with the kids all going to school is National Lampoon's Senior Trip.
Oh yeah,
No one has ever seen that.
I have
you
all the
seen-
National Lampoon films.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Absolutely, I have to have all of them.
Seen that.
Seen them
Nope.
all.
It's got who's the guy that plays the superhero?
What?
Literally everybody in
about
Hollywood.
You're talking about Chris.
The guy that plays Dag on
What?
Jeremy Renner.
I fucking know. You got me confused now. I thought you
Jeremy
were talking
Renner.
about Chris Evans, but he
No.
wasn't in that. He was
No,
in
he-
like not
in,
another teen
in,
movie.
In Senior Trip, Jeremy Renner. He's a superhero now.
I guess I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
Arrow. It's been a
hot minute.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah, he's Hawkeye now.
He's in that movie. Jesus
Yeah, he's the
Christ. I need to-
star of that movie. He's
I need to rewatch it.
Dag.
Okay.
Yeah, but I loved Chris Evans in Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah, that's a good film.
Like the first time I
Funny
rewatched
as
that
shit.
after like a decade, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Jamie Presley owned in that movie, by the way.
Yes.
She wasn't killed. That's a great movie. I love all the original, like what do you call them? Satire films.
Yeah.
Like the scary movies. Anna Faris. One of my
Yes.
favorite satire actresses of all time. For
I
sure.
took my 10-year-old niece to see that when it first came out because I didn't think it was going to be as racy as it was.
Whoops.
And all of a sudden, you got a dildo in somebody's ear, and I'm like, "Oh God, we got to go home."
the one chick, whatever her name is, just walking through school totally topless.
I didn't think it was going to be that racy, and I took my 10-year-old cousin, I guess, to see it, and oh, it was awful. I mean, it was great, but it was awful with all the questions afterward.
Pass it on.
Oh, are you handing me a benchmark?
A benchmark. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I guess if I'm going all the way back to day one to now. I've watched one movie more than any other movie. And my favorite actors of all time happen to come from that movie. And that would be Ghostbusters.
Nice.
You
I almost wore my Ghostbusters shirt tonight
should have. No,
because I
no,
knew
you-
that was your
I
favorite.
like your shirt. It's nice.
Thank you.
But yeah, I guess if I had to like really like basic my shit all the way down to like I have to throw out Ghostbusters. I mean, whether it's writing with Aykroyd and Ramis,
Oh,
Or-
another favorite is
or
Rad.
acting with Murray and Aykroyd,
Yes.
or just the movie I watched more times. I mean, by the time I was 5, I'd probably seen that film 1,000 times.
I have a movie
I
like
dreamt
that.
about it. I would dream about it. I still remember the dreams from when I was a little kid.
I have a
So.
movie like that. Have you seen Rad?
Rad.
Oh God.
Rad. I think I have.
And now
Rings
we
a bell.
start again.
Who's
I
in
feel like I
Rad
have.
and what's Rad about? Help me out.
It's a BMX movie.
Yep,
Oh,
I've seen it.
And-
Yep, no, it's
Do
all
you
come
guys
together.
remember that?
Yep.
Like, send me an angel, send me an angel.
Nope,
And they're
don't
all
remember
like Nindo on the bot.
I
on
can
the
barely remember the
bikes.
movie, but I know I've seen it.
Yeah.
But that's me. I've seen so many fucking films over the years. It's unbelievable.
I need to force you to watch The Wizard at some point.
The Wizard.
The Wizard. He has all kinds of great movies. He made me watch this one David Bowie movie that was the weirdest shit. Oh no, that's not even the weirdest shit. The Monkeys movie. Have you ever seen Head?
Really? Really? Head is weirder than the apple?
I don't know. I don't think I have seen the Head.
Okay, so you know how they have the Beatles movies? They have a Monkeys movie. And it's
with the monkey.
yeah. Those guys were not as innocent as they seemed. 'cause-
Written by Jack Nicholson before he started acting.
That's an old film. That
Wow.
motherfucker was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Black and white. He wrote it before that?
Yes.
Holy shit.
They allegedly sat around a campfire on mushrooms writing the movie.
No way.
Yes.
You're telling me that artists do drugs?
See?
Oh no, that's Jack Nicholson.
as
He's
as I
not-
usually point out,
he's not an
though,
artist.
the most normal part of the movie is the Frank Zappa cameo. Frank Zappa cameo
You're
is like the
right.
most normal
called
that it
Head?
gets. Yes.
All right.
I'm checking it out.
I'm fucking putting it on my browser. Shit. Oh man, oh well. I'll look through the
I mean,
comments.
no
tomorrow.
spoilers, but the movie fucking starts with Mickey Dolenz jumping off a bridge.
That sounds
Okay.
good.
That is the start of the Monkeys movie.
Right on. See, this whole time I thought the Bee Gees were the Monkeys, and the Monkeys did the Bee Gees movie, and the Bee Gees did the Beatles movie, and the Beatles did the Jimi Hendrix movie. I don't fucking know.
There's a Jimi Hendrix movie?
No.
Oh.
Well,
There are, but
movies
yes.
where
they're
he's
shitty
in.
and don't even include his music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be-
Okay.
But
best
the Beatles
film,
movie starring the Bee Gees
dude. Best
is
movie
a fucking
about
fever
a
dream.
band, though. Best movie about a band, like directly about the band, not like
Ooh.
covert.
Hedwig.
Hedwig, bruh. The
Blues
fucking
Brothers.
Ooh, see,
Uh-oh.
no, that's a skit. That's an SNL skit turned film. That's like the original SNL movie.
They were a legit band.
They were a
though.
legit band, but it grew from SNL. To be fair,
I'll give you
actually,
that.
for real, it didn't grow. It actually grew from National Lampoons, but somebody just stole everybody from National Lampoons Saturday Night Live. But dude, fucking Oliver Stone's The Doors. Fuck.
I love that
Fuck.
movie.
Val Kilmer.
love that
fucking
movie. Yes. Have you guys seen that?
Okay,
You ever seen
Dude.
The Doors?
but
Polly Punk. You
I will
have
counter-
never seen Oliver
Doors.
Stone's The
I will
Doors.
counter
Bruh.
with Eddie and the Cruisers.
My heart's like
Eddie
hurting
and the
right now for you.
Cruisers.
You need to see this film. It's
Okay.
so good.
Fucking everybody
Wayne's
knows
World
in the
2.
dark
But
side.
have you seen?
Literally.
Have you seen The Doors?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
I want to know how Val
Hey,
Kilmer went
great
from
soundtrack,
looking
by
like.
the way.
I want to know how did Val Kilmer go from looking like 60s Jim Morrison to 2000s Axl Rose? How did Val Kilmer make that transition?
Depression.
Mm.
Pretty much.
That
Bat-
would be a good answer.
What film did he do? Was it Batman versus Robin? Is that the one that he did? No,
Yes,
that was
Batman
Clooney.
and Robin.
Was that Clooney? I can't remember.
No.
Kilmer did Batman
Kilmer
Returns.
was Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
Yeah.
I think that was the point. He's like, my career's over.
Kiss,
Kill
kiss,
myself
bang, bang,
now.
no.
Forever.
Is that Brick from Ninth
right.
Circle Symphony?
Yeah, nobody has earned it yet. So last week I kind of threw it, but So basically, whenever it needs to be thrown, this is a Ninth Circle Symphony brick. This is from one of their live shows, and basically, like when it needs to be thrown, I'll throw it.
I just
Terrible
noticed it
things.
sitting up there, and that looks like a
Yeah.
Ninth Circle Symphony brick.
It sure is. That's right. Lots of memories around this motherfucker
Yes,
for sure. Shout out to Drew and
I
Maria.
never did
Love
keep
y'all.
one. I never did keep one.
Fucking dope. I love going to their shows.
Oh, yeah.
Me
stuff
too.
Fucking Ninth Circle
all over
Symphony.
the yeah. They throw stuff all over the
That's
audience.
That's actually how I first got
Awesome keyboard
into
action.
local
Like,
rock. Was the Cadavers back
Oh,
in the
okay.
day?
I bet.
Do you remember the Cadavers? That wait,
We had them on the podcast back in the day at Hort Church.
really?
Twice.
Oh, well, now I feel silly.
No,
just-
like they did a reunion show. We had them on. Like, no, I don't remember the actual OG original.
You
Cadavers.
don't?
No, because I never went to their shows because I was a fucking
You probably didn't live
under
here
a
then.
rock. No, I lived here. I just didn't go to shows then. The only show I,
used
had
to-
went
I-
to
I
the
used to-
Emerson
I used
prior to my heyday of like getting out and start playing shows was
And Craig Chaos already knows this, but I used to drag all my friends to the Cadaver show and be like, "You've got to see this drummer. He's so cute. He's such a cutie." And I had the biggest. I was like Craig Chaos's biggest fan when he was in the Cadavers.
Peter Gray says Drew Cadaver is his arch nemesis.
Oh.
Oh man, we're missing a lot of comments here.
Yeah.
And they keep rolling in here. Craig Meanage. Hold on here. According to Davy Jones, they made a monkey out of me. Peter Graves said, Brad and Kurt asked me to sing for them before Drew. I did not know that. Peter Graves, you have to come on and do a podcast again, or maybe just show up. You know where I live.
I was gonna say I think we need to see
Craig
Peter
Meanage.
and Drew face off.
It's funny. It's funny that you said that you had a crush on Craig.
Oh yes, I was his biggest groupie.
Well, everybody that I know has always had crushes on Brad.
I was Craig Chaos's biggest groupie. Sorry, Craig, for saying this.
I'm sure he's loving it. If
Oh,
he's
you're
watching.
sorry to him.
He said he
but-
was. We're just
sorry,
kidding.
sorry, Ryan. Back in the day, I was a big Craig Chaos groupie.
I'm good with it,
It's all right. You was hitting it in the
Oh
fucking
my
Radio
God,
Shack.
this
though,
is
so,
great.
I mean,
This is great. Oh man, the best part about starting at 7:00 is it's not fucking. It's just not that late. God,
Right.
man. I love the new. I love the new time. I'm not sure how everybody else feels about it, but I'm digging it.
Yep, I am for
I
sure.
like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's much better because like if we want to do something after the show, we can do something after the show. We don't have to
Like go karaoke.
You said it, not me.
You did say
It's always the thing. But I digress. I like starting at 7. Yeah, and I agree, Brad. Everybody loves Brad. I mean, I agree, Peter. Everybody loves Brad. Where are you, Brad? Where are you? Where is your band? I have not seen Brad in years. It feels like at least since 2020. I've not seen Brad out or Brad play a show. So, Brad, if you hear
Hi,
me,
Craig. Sorry, I was your groupie.
I don't think Craig's watching.
Oh, I thought he said something.
Did he? No.
I don't see
But
it.
his name came. Jeanette said Craig Meanage. So,
Sorry, did you catch that?
speaking
burp
of
on
Craig,
your-
smoke weed, and
didn't hear
what else? You can make a difference. You can make a change.
We support you.
The more
We
you know.
support you. He's got more taglines than any person I know. Craig,
Craig's
you should have
like
your
the
own fucking
coolest
podcast, bruh.
person.
Straight up. Like, what's up? You should have your own podcast.
Yeah.
I wish I could see like who's watching because we've had
You
consistent.
can't see that from here.
Mm-mm. No,
So like when I'm watching,
I
you
can
can't
see
it?
who.
It just
Oh, it
says-
does say.
Okay, everybody count off.
No, it doesn't show everybody.
Doesn't listen.
Yeah,
So
only
wait,
shows how
you
many
can't
cameras.
See it when I'm watching you. Oh man, I really want you to
Only if
know
you
I'm
comment.
supporting
Yeah,
you.
only if you comment. I can't we can't see anybody that's watching on YouTube. We can't see anybody that's watching on Twitch or Twitter, but we can see people commenting on Facebook. I don't think I don't know. I have no idea who No clue. But I know how many people are watching. That's about it.
No,
But
Peter, you've not missed that.
Daryl's in the house.
Yeah.
What's up, Daryl? Daryl.
Hi, Daryl.
If you look closely at this big cam here and you zoom in right above Ryan's head, there's a hat that Daryl made for me. It's my tight like a tiger hat.
Nice.
That is
That's it.
super tight.
It's dope. It's dope. It's been on the wall since he gave it to me, and it'll stay there forever, ever, 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 ever. Hey, Daryl. But yeah, there's all kinds of like memories and shit like that. Like the Punk Rock Night Award above Alana's head has a guitar pick in it. It's a Dava pick. It was
Ooh, I
my
caught
first guitar pick ever.
I
and
caught
still
my
have it.
first cool guitar pick ever from the Raggies.
Right on. Hell yeah. Great band. Fuck yeah. For sure. So where were we? Anybody happen to recall where we were in conversation? Oh yeah, we were talking about favorite films.
movies.
So wait. What was that, Polly?
I said we were talking about movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan, do you have it? Well, Alana, yeah, we covered you. Ryan, do you have a
I
favorite
talk
film?
too much.
No, you don't. You're great.
The one I've watched the most probably is Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I love that movie.
But
I actually wanted to make your guys's your promo for the show a Scott Pilgrim, but I just couldn't find the right one.
I would have fucking loved that.
I wanted to, but I ended up going with Jurassic Park. I was like, oh, they're on vacation.
But-
Alana Boo.
The one scene that will absolutely never fail to make me laugh. Monty Python and Holy Grail,
Hell yeah.
Lancelot running towards the castle.
Right on.
The just continued him running, and then it cuts away, and then he's running again from the exact same distance, and it cuts away, and then he's running again from the exact same distance. That shit will never fail to make me laugh.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that scene from the original Austin Powers when was it? I can't remember if it was Will Ferrell or not. Somebody. Nah, it was old boy that did the Mad TV. What's his name? I can't remember his name right now, but the Look What I Can Do guy.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Look what I could do. Guy.
They had he was like running away from
Oh.
Austin.
Yes.
And he's in that steamroller or whatever.
Yes,
And
yes.
It's just like, just move out of the way. No! Move out of the way. And it's a running him over. I know that movie was pretty good. It's filled with true story. Did you know that the character Austin Powers is actually based off of old boy from Saturday Night Live, the main guy, whatever his name is? I'm sure it will come to mind eventually, but
Austin Powers.
yeah, that character is actually based off of the dude, the Saturday Night Live dude, the one that does all the casting and approves all the writing and all that stuff.
Lauren Michaels?
Lauren
What?
Michaels, yeah. Austin
Ah.
Powers is actually based off of Lauren Michaels. And if you ask Dana Carvey, he will tell you that Michael
I
Myers
fucking love
stole
Dana Carvey.
stole that from him. But that's just other stuff. Thank you for the Lauren Michaels reference, because my brain sometimes just cannot connect the
I love
dots.
Dana Carvey.
So, Dana Carvey's awesome. Fuck yeah. Except for
And a
maybe-
drummer.
Is he really?
Yes.
Did not know that.
The drum solo in the Wayne's World movie was actually him playing.
No shit.
Yes.
Hell yeah. And
That's
we
he
were
knows everything about drums.
we were referencing the Doors, the Oliver Stone's Doors earlier,
yeah.
and I was trying to tell Polly, like, hey man, Wayne's World 2 actually spends quite a bit of time referencing the Doors,
That
the Oliver
movie.
Stone's The Doors. So yeah, I have it on DVD, VHS, probably Blu-ray too, if you'd like to borrow or just have it. You can just have it. I'll gift it.
Is that a
It
pool
sure is.
table?
If
I'm sorry?
you bill it, they will
Is that a
come.
pool table?
No, that's an air hockey table that is
Okay.
full functioning and works great. It just happens to have a ton of records on it.
Okay.
Yeah. But so, Paul, you have a favorite movie
Yeah, I mean,
for the
I love
millionth
film.
time?
Yeah, right. I love film. Probably the movie that I have watched the absolute most. That would definitely be Full Metal Jacket.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Stanley Kubrick. Classic.
That movie's scary.
it's not that scary.
It's scary to me.
It's
It's fucked up for sure.
Like I
It-
love
it is
I
real
love
fucked up.
horror movies. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
okay.
But horror movies don't scare me. Movies like that scare the shit out of me because I know it's real.
It is. It was very freaking real. Yeah.
And I know that's really how they conduct business once you get into.
Probably not today, but yeah, back then for
But
sure.
yeah, that's just it. That I can watch horror, quote unquote horror movies all day long.
Pass me the whiskey, please.
But
Yeah, because it's Oh,
I'll do a shot of Jamie. Right on.
it was Jameson. Oh.
Right on. Thank you.
But I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But
no.
I
I
just
mean-
wanted to say that is those kind of movies are so fucking scary.
Yeah.
Because they're real.
Right.
Like horror
There's
movies.
truth to it.
Horror
Yeah.
movie. I had nightmares after watching Forrest Gump
No shit.
because anything that's real like that.
Was
really,
it was it the
really-
scene where his mom's fucking his principal and he's outside going,
No,
huh?
it's the it's the
No, that's
it's
a
the
poor
scene
impression.
where he gets shot in the buttocks.
Shot in the butt tops.
But seriously though, like
You know,
normal
Alana,
stuff doesn't scare me.
the thing about that film is after I watched it, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but anywhere I was going from that point, I was running.
Man, I Forrest
Not
Gump
that
gave
good.
me nightmares.
That's interesting. First time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. Don't read the book.
Yeah, watch the movie.
And-
It
and
apparently
like-
has lasting
like
effects.
things like what you're talking about. What was it?
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. That gave me nightmares for months.
Wow.
But I can watch zombie, whatever horror movies forever.
And no issues. Yeah.
But things that are real like that, like war, really, ooh, they just give me the heebie-jeebies.
I
Pretty crazy.
I touched on this last week. I'm going to touch on it again. There's a film out of the whatever England, whatever, called Host. You can watch it on what is the name of that fucking AMC bottom out?
Did you guys hear that?
Shutter. Yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
You're good.
Sorry.
You're good. More adds more character. But yeah, check out the movie Host. It's on Shutter or AMC. If you pay for AMC, it's like $5 a month, whatever. They have the rights to Shutter now. But Host is definitely a fucked up movie.
Host. And what
Host.
is it on?
It's on Shutter, which is also found on AMC. You can find it on.
We've got
I mean,
Shudder.
this is last I knew. Yeah, Shutter. Last I knew. But it's basically it was made in 2020 or 2021, and it's based out of 2020, and it's about these 4 people that do a Zoom call, and they have a medium come on, and they do a seance or like a Ouija board thing, and yeah, it's very real. It's
Have you heard
I-
of they
I
them?
would admit on this podcast that it did in fact have me standing up. So if I'm
That's
not in
how I
a
feel
theater, if
about-
I'm not in a theater, okay, in a theater, I'm chill. I'm like sitting, I'm good. I'll shake and bake. But if I'm at home or if I'm in a household watching a horror film, and if you see me stand up, that's called film anxiety, where I know something's about to happen and I cannot sit down. That is about as close to scared as I get. Now, that is it me being scared? No, it's me being anxious. I'm like, oh fuck, shit's about to go down. I'm getting excited. You know what I'm saying? That's about the gist of it. But that film definitely had me standing a couple times, like, oh fuck, shit, fucking, oh, it's coming. I'm excited. You
So
know,
that's
like
a real thing. Film
Oh.
anxiety, because
film anxiety
Yes,
for sure.
yes.
dude,
Fuck yeah.
I'm telling
Absolutely.
you, when I'm at home, I don't do this in the theater either. But when I'm at home
Yeah.
watching something, it doesn't have to be a film. It could be anything. But it's like I can see it coming and I know
Oh,
what's getting ready to
yeah.
happen and I'm already cringing.
Yeah,
Or you
yeah.
know what I mean? Or I'm
Fuck
yelling
yeah.
at the TV like,
It's not even horror
don't,
films.
dude, don't open that door.
I mean,
Don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's
there
not even
was
horror- it's
legit.
the same for any form of film for me. Like if I know it's coming, I'm like, ooh, shit.
I like when
there
I'm
was legit a movie that she showed me that I was watching through her hair. I was so
fuck yeah.
fucking terrified.
Dude.
The fourth kind.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Crossroads, starring Britney
Wait,
Spears.
I
It
was
was
gonna
the
say the
fourth
Britney
kind.
Spears or the Ralph Macchio.
Have you seen the
Ralph
fourth kind?
Oh yeah, love that movie. Love it.
So, like,
fourth
low-key,
kind-
if-
fourth
if-
kind
if-
kind of transfers it.
if you find me at your house watching a film with you and you see me stand up, that's the anticipation. That's like the film anxiety. Like,
have you
oh,
seen Fourth
fuck.
Kind?
Oh yeah, that's a great one. I don't. By the way, I don't suggest that film to people that are,
Sensitive.
because that one will fuck you up.
Yeah.
That film will fucking destroy you. You will not sleep.
I promise I'll
You'll
bring
be
that.
wearing a tinfoil hat in no time.
I
Like,
promise,
that will
I
fuck you
promise
up.
I will bring that back up later.
Right on.
Okay.
That is by far, like, actually one of the legit, like, more vivid alien UFO films out there for sure. Like, it will give you the heebie-jeebies, no doubt. Oh yeah. Actually, like, every person I've ever tried to get, every woman I've ever dated that I've tried to get to watch that movie with me, they're like, no, I'm not watching that.
But it's not
No
really
way.
real like they say it is, right?
What do you mean? Like, it's not real? Like, it's not based on a true story?
It's kind of like
It's Blair Witch all day.
Like Blair Witch.
It's
yeah.
all day for sure.
Like
yeah.
they want to make you think it's real, and a lot of people think it's real, but it's not.
But those stories, though, for real,
But the stories are real.
are based on
The stories
yes,
are real, and
but
we're going to talk about that later.
fair enough. I don't know how much later because we're running out of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I
almost
think
like we probably should just go ahead and switch over.
yeah. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. We're down to believe it or not, we are at 2.5 hours here, ladies and gentlemen. So, but we can do this all night. Like, the cameras can turn off at 3 a.m. as far as I care. Paulie, though, he's probably gonna have to leave at some point. He's got to be up early, but
Sell the shit for Patreon, man.
I'm not doing Patreon, man.
Start.
Oh, fuck, for Christ's sake. I like my free platform basis as of right now. I think we
Well,
should
it's not
probably
exactly
do you agree?
free. I mean, we pay for this.
Well,
StreamYard,
yeah.
so-
Okay. Fuck. Can Paulie and I have this conversation later? Yeah, you're
This
right.
is the real horror story.
Yeah.
But what we do have is 1080p, and we are able to stream up to 10. Like, for example, we are streaming to two different places on Facebook, which would be Chop Liver and my page, like my bullshit whatever account, and then we're streaming to let me look, our Twitch account, Chop Liver's Twitch. We're streaming to Chop Liver's Twitter, and we're streaming to Shipwreck Shep's Twitter. So we're spread out across the board. Yes, we pay for it. But ultimately, I just don't want people to fucking pay to watch this show. And ultimately, yes, we will put it on Spotify, we will put it on iTunes, but I'm not going to do that until we get 50 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to our
You better
YouTube
get on it.
and you would like to listen to this or watch it on Spotify or iTunes, you know what to fucking do. So, but let me digress. Alana, you were saying along the lines of the fourth kind.
Well, I knew you were going to ask. I knew you were going to ask about paranormal stuff.
Yep. Yes. But the conversation and
And
the time
my-
has been so good
My
that I completely spaced it.
my paranormal.
That's how you know you're having a good show.
My paranormal thing has to do with fourth kind.
Right on. Hell yeah.
So
Let's hear
Excellent.
it. Let's
Yeah,
go full
I'm ready to hear about
camera.
this. Yeah.
okay, so you two may remember a girl named Amanda Ellis.
I remember
Why
Amanda.
does that ring a bell?
You know Amanda.
Do I?
She used to come around the punk
shows
rock
all the
scene.
time.
Yeah.
But she was also a childhood friend of mine. She and I had a slumber party for my 16th birthday, and there were 10 people there, and we all saw the same thing. This is paranormal, by the way.
Yeah. All day.
We saw these lights in the sky, and just let me preface this by saying I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in anything that science can't prove.
Amen.
Like, I'm very scientific, like, and I'm a big skeptic of all these things.
And you should be.
Quantum mechanics explains a shit ton of stuff.
For
So-
sure.
So we saw this thing, all these lights. There were about a dozen lights, and they came closer and closer together and landed in my friend Kelly's backyard. Kelly was there with me, and this happened a few, I don't know, 20 acres over in her yard. We saw this thing land, and it was very real. I mean, there were 10 of us. We all saw it. And the next day, there was nothing there. We went over, we were scared to go check it out, but the next day, there was absolutely nothing there. No grass laid down, no crop circles or any of that crap or anything. But that very next day, I started having sleep paralysis,
Ew.
Yuck.
which I never knew how many other people in the world had this thing that I had. And I guess as I got a little bit older, and this is when I was 16, so it was in the 90s, so not everybody had the computer, you know. But as I got older, I started punching things into the computer that I had seen, and there are people all over the world who have seen these things that I've seen. Like holding me down when I'm trying to wake up in the middle of the night, or I know it's a funny meme now, but the black hat man, we all saw that too. Like there are hundreds of thousands of us all over the world who have all seen the same thing.
Now, my question has always been, how many people out there are punching in just the most general search terms possible, trying to find something else that
I know,
might...
and
Nope, let me finish. That might match up with what they saw, and then they go through all the search results and, well, yeah, that kind of sounds like what I
You're
saw.
right, 'cause-
And so suddenly in their mind, what they saw isn't what they're reading about, but they start to convince themselves, well, no, this is what I saw.
Well, that's the thing, is I've reached out to other people who have seen what I've seen. Like, I've met people in England, I've met people in India who all see the same things that I see when I'm falling asleep, and we all see the same things all over the world.
I'll tell you right now, Alana, I believe in sleep paralysis. It's a real thing, scientifically speaking, as well. My sister in Ohio, one of my sisters, I should say, she experienced it. Now, did she see anything? Nah, but she definitely felt all the things that you're talking about. And I mean, I've had my forms of
But it's
sleep
wild.
paralysis as well.
There's been whole. Have you seen that Netflix movie made about sleep paralysis?
Mm-mm.
I think I have. It
And-
came out maybe 3 or 4 years ago or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And all the people on that movie see the same things that I do. And I'm like, I've never met these people. I don't know these people. And they're seeing the same things I do. That's so weird.
There again, though, my whole thing is every single one of their stories starts with, I saw this thing, so the next morning I Googled it, and this is what I found.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not discounting what they saw. I'm just saying the reason I feel like the reason why everybody's stories line up is because everybody is their second step, Googling it, finding this one thing that kind of sounds like what they
This is
saw,
the thing we deal with a lot.
Mhm.
and everybody, you know what? Yeah, that's right. That's what I saw.
But we do. We all see the same thing.
Question marks. Question marks. But at the end of the
Question
day,
mark.
the experience, whether it's connected to others, is still real. So,
Yes.
Ryan, do you have anything you like chime in on paranormal wise?
Not really. I feel like damn near everything could be explained with quantum mechanics, quantum
Me
physics.
too. I do too, but except that, like, I feel like anything you see could be explained with science, except for what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have an experience that.
So
just, you
Peter
know,
Graves
it's-
chimed in.
It is what it is.
Peter did chime in. He said, I think there are millions of levels of consciousness, and sleep is a gateway to many of them. I feel you there.
Yeah.
Interesting theory.
You can lucid dream, you can roll into astral worlds, which I've experienced as well. So,
Yeah.
See, but I always
Oh.
roll in that one.
And
so
now, if you've ever seen that movie, on Facebook, which or Netflix, which you said you haven't, a big
which
thing
which
is,
film was that?
I can't remember the name of the film. I'll look it up here in a minute.
something about Slender Man.
No, it's not about Slender
Oh.
Man.
No, it was Hat Man.
It's about Hat Man, but
That's what it was called, Hat Man.
let me speak. Now I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you were basically discussing the film that you had seen and you related to it from that experience.
Yeah, and it's just so real. Oh, it reminds me of that movie, The Fourth Kind.
Yeah.
Like, we all go to sleep, we all see the same thing. There has to be something there.
Well, at the end of the day, let's look at it this way. Our dreams, as far as we know, they're pretty much unexplainable. I like where Peter's head was with what he said. Millions of levels of consciousness, and sleep is a gateway to many of them. Scientifically, we really, what we do know is there's a chemical in our brain that releases while we sleep. That same chemical is found in every living thing. There's something there. A lot of it, again, it's paranormal. Is it unexplained? Is it, it's the things that we experience that we just cannot truly comprehend at this point, because we still truly have no idea what we're experiencing, whether it's our own perception of reality or the reality in which we live in.
We're
But
still monkeys that have no fucking idea what's
we
going
have no
on.
fucking clue, and that's pretty much why we're teasing with the whole idea of other species beyond our realm visiting us or whatever. Who knows? We're just a speck, speck on a rock traveling around a giant ball of fucking fury and
snorted
fire
again.
within
Did
a
you hear me
galaxy
snort? Damn it.
that is so small, so tiny, and irrelevant amongst the greatest scheme of things. But I'll tell you this, we're all connected. We are. In
We are
some
all
way.
made of
I've had
star
dreams
stuff.
about you, and I've had dreams about you, and I've had dreams about you.
Well, I should hope you've had dreams about me.
Well,
We're all just bars and mobile fleshy jars, says Peter Graves. We are all just brains and fleshy jars.
So, were these dreams during your acetaminophen days, or what was that? Advil.
Ow.
What was it you was taking that was loosening you out?
not Advair.
Adipex? No,
No.
Starts with an A though, for sure.
it does.
It's not
Ambien.
Adderall.
Advil.
Ambien, yes.
Ambien. Yeah,
I
thank
only
you.
took Ambien for 2 days.
All right. Here, can somebody hand me the benchmark? No offense to Jamie,
I'll take one pull off of the Jamie.
not for me. Thank you guys
Oh,
so much.
Everybody's
Thank you.
passing these around, and I don't even get
It's
a
like we're
pull.
smoking a blunt, but it's not a
Oh,
blunt. It's alcohol.
Don't worry, I'm gonna pass this right back.
So I think we should go ahead and end the conversation of paranormal with that. I mean, I guess I could throw one out there for good old time's sake, good old
I've had
sake of time.
experiences, plenty of experiences.
You got one you want to throw out there, freshen up, let everybody kind of remember.
Oh, it ain't fresh.
Of course, it never is.
Are we gonna
But-
karaoke?
I
Possibly.
will say that
We're karaoke and we're going to Jay
there is an
Clyde's.
event that I just absolutely have not been able to figure out. Well, I haven't been able to find a flying device that could match the description of what I seen. So anyway, I was driving on 465 one night, and you know, planes and different things, they fly kind of high in the sky. This was, I'd say, 2002 or 3-ish, maybe. So drones didn't exist back then.
Mhm.
And well, anyway,
Drums didn't exist.
drones.
Drones.
Okay.
At least not any drones that we could have access to.
I was gonna say that you
Drones
know of.
exist.
Sorry, I thought you said
Yeah.
drums.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can see where the confusion would be there. So I'm headed eastbound on 465 on the south side, and I'm coming up on the 31 exit, and it's probably 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, roughly, you know. And over on the left, over the tree line, pops up this fucking saucer, and it had these blue lights on it, and it
See,
it
I've
just
seen-
flew across the top of both lanes of 465 very low, and then it dropped on the other side of the tree line and disappeared, and that was it. Like, it happened as fast as that, like literally. It was like and gone. Thank you, Shep. I love the music. That's how you end a paranormal story right there.
Yes.
And he's on a urination break. So, but yeah, that's one of those times that I just couldn't just explain that one, you know. I'm not all that great at science. I'm not saying, and who knows? It could have been a military test device for all I know. I was by myself, you know. I know for sure what I seen, and I know that it wasn't like some kind of like reflection of headlights or something. You know what I mean? I know I'm 100% positive on what I seen. I just don't know what it was for sure, but I feel like probably was some sort of UFO, you know, which is a pretty broad.
See,
What are we
Yeah.
calling that shit nowadays? Is what's it? There's a new term for that. What are we using for it? It's not UFO, but
It's
I don't know. It's something.
thank you very much, Blink 182.
Yeah, right.
UFP, I believe.
Yes, unidentified.
Unmanned
project?
flying phenomenon.
There it is. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Good job, man. Good fucking job.
He knows that because of me. Because I'm
So-
obsessed with aliens. Because I'm
I mean,
obsessed
we-
with aliens.
Well, at the end of the day, it's obviously because we're humans and we just have to keep changing the words to shit
Yeah.
to make it feel fresh for us. But you know,
I mean, as a writer, I can confirm you are always looking for a better word for the thing that you mean. So
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that checks.
my husband's gonna
Yeah.
be the next Stephen King.
no.
Well, you better get started
No.
because he's written like thousands and thousands of
Ryan
novels.
has written quite a few.
Self-published on Amazon. Buy it. Okay.
What kind of novels?
Sci-fi comedy.
Sci-fi comedy. Okay. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. Hey, you know, that's
Hell
a great
yeah.
place to do fucking self-publish. In fact, I've actually bought a lot of random reading material off of Amazon in that same fashion. Just something that just pops up as a suggestion. I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting enough. I'll pay $1 for it or $3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My
Download
turn.
it and read it.
You know, Amazon actually started as a bookstore for online
Yes.
originally.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Huh.
A lot of people don't know that.
Of all the asshole
I kinda forgot
billionaires
about
out
that.
there, at least Jeff Bezos can fucking code a web page.
Well,
Amen.
Was it him that did that?
Yes.
Okay.
Of all the asshole billionaires, at least he can actually fucking code.
I used to be really good at coding MySpace. True story.
Dude, I'm telling you
I used to
what.
be the bomb diggy.
You remember how long it used to take to fucking set your page up on MySpace the way you want it? Like if you wanted to change your main picture on the background, it was like an
Yes.
hour and a half adventure, or something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Oh, yeah.
it was a great platform.
Well,
you
what
know,
I did is
but I put so much work into that.
I mean,
that
once you have the
page.
code, you have your codes down. What I would do, I was just like, either I would just type it in real fast, or I would, or actually the way I learned how to code it quickly and properly is I would just copy the things down and have a spreadsheet of them, and it's like learning any other language. You just get the hang of it. So, but yeah, code's fun. It's math, really.
Yes.
I love math. It's so fun.
I
love
hated math until college, and then I was like, "Oh, this is how it could apply."
What's the last?
Okay.
What's the last math class the highest grade math you made through high school? I never went to college, so I can't
high
touch on that.
school algebra 1.
That was what?
By college,
I took algebra 1 in
Same, bro.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
High
I
school,
thought you love math.
algebra 1.
Dang it.
College, I was counting
I'm
in
big nerd,
binary
big
and
nerd.
doing fucking trigonometry,
Hell yeah.
because suddenly I was like, "Oh, this is how it applies." Okay, I'm into this now.
Dude, everything math I love. But you know what I fucking sucked at? Geometry. Sucked at geometry. Like literally barely passed you. Every other class though. Calculus, you name it. I fucking aced that motherfucker. It was like, do that shit with my eyes closed.
I had a 3.98
I
in
see math.
college until I took finite math. And then I failed it 3 times.
How do you fail finite math? I mean, there's an end to it.
I know, but I failed
Hey,
finite
you know
math
what,
3
though?
times.
You know what though? I damn near failed chemistry. Was not a fan. Hated it. Fucking hated it.
Avoided taking
Like,
that
I
one
could-
too.
I failed chemistry the first year.
Any form of science I aced outside of chemistry. Every form of math, I fucking loved it. Outside of fucking geometry, couldn't
and
do
then,
it.
oh my God, statistics.
Stats, oh, that's me all day, baby.
Oh my
I
God.
that's my shit. I fucking love stats, man. I break that shit down like fast as fuck. I blow people's minds away with how fast I could do math.
Let me write a spreadsheet
Stats,
for
easy,
fucking
baby.
anything.
Oh my God. My husband here has a spreadsheet and a whiteboard for everything.
Excel's the bomb, right?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
A friend of mine once said, if you can write a formula in Excel, you can rule the universe.
Dude,
And I fully believe it.
my first true like getting thrown into numbers, and like you're responsible for all these people and all these things, and you have to watch just every aspect like of business, whether it's like money or whether it's people's paychecks or whatever. Excel was my fucking hero. Like, and like Excel and I, we go way back. We're like BFFs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
I've like my boss's boss at work
That's
right
my
now.
thing with
Like,
Excel, though.
whenever it comes to Excel, and they're like trying to figure out ways to keep track of things or how to, whatever. I'm the guy. Like,
That's my
come
thing
at
with
me,
all
baby.
the
I got that
quadrants
shit.
and formulas and everything. Why do you need to know how to do that when all you do is punch the numbers and it'll do it for you? Why do we need to learn how
I
to
have
do
no
that?
idea. My grandpa was a
Like
numbers guy. That's where I get it
SPSS?
from.
Peter Graves says, if you want to defeat bullshit, throw shapes at him.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I'm horrible at geometry. That's why I'll never be like the people that make buildings and shit. Well, no,
Architect?
I could probably. What? These cameras keep cutting in and out. I could probably do that if it's as long as it's based on numbers. I just suck at geometry, man. I'd probably be all right at it now.
Okay.
I suck at
Triangle.
math.
Right, 3 sides. Got you. Yeah, got you.
I never actually took geometry. And intentionally, I stayed the fuck away from any advanced course in
And
high school.
you're a
I was-
carpenter.
I'll
aren't
tell you right
and
now.
I'm really good at math
You're
now.
My
but I
dad
was
was
not.
like you.
I was not interested in math in high school
My
at all.
my dad was like you. He graduated or he dropped out in the 8th grade, and he can build anything. Or
yeah.
before he passed, he could
Here's
build
the funny thing
anything.
about building is that you can go about learning how to build something in two different ways. You can either learn how to do it mathematically, or you can learn how to do it by experience and hands-on, just doing it.
My
See
dad
it.
was my
See
dad
it,
was
yeah,
more
you
like
know?
a
And
what do they call the guys that the barn raising
Amish.
Amish. My dad was like an Amish dude. Like
Amish.
like I said, he dropped out of school in the 8th grade. He had no mathematical knowledge, but he could tell you how to perfectly build a barn.
I'll tell you right
and-
now, Alana. I've been spending most of my life living in an Amish paradise.
But seriously, that's how my dad was. He
yeah. Well, I mean, and there's definitely something to be said for that, because that's a different brain type altogether. You know,
And
what
he
you're
could
looking at.
he could look at the moon and like tell you how to build some like they used to do with the pyramids and shit. Like my dad could look at the moon and be like,
Oh, like judging from the length of the shadow, how tall something is. Or-
yes.
That's dope.
That's some calculus
But
shit.
he had
Yep.
no education, nothing. But he was a perfect carpenter.
I believe that 100%.
Perfect carpenter.
Perfect carpenter, man. That should
Speaking
be
of the
be
carpenters, let's talk
a
about
new business name.
Let's talk about Ryan's
PC.
favorite drummer.
Oh shit! So you're a huge fan of Blink-182, Travis?
He's damn good, but he's no Karen Carpenter.
Okay, right on. You know, I actually spit this every once in a while. I talk about how you know what? No. God
Karen
damn it.
Carpenter.
I was actually, I don't know why my brain went from Carpenters to fucking Fleetwood Mac so suddenly and so fast, but it happened. It's probably alcohol content, but whatever. But it's Carpenters, huh?
Yeah,
Favorite drummer.
Karen Carpenter, fucking amazing,
Right on.
underrated.
Not one of my favorite drummers, but I have to throw some respect.
Joey Jordison.
Drummers. What's who?
Eh,
Who?
My favorite. My
And
favorite.
what band?
Jordison.
Jody Jordison.
Joey Jordison.
Joey Jordison.
From Slipknot.
Okay. Which drummer was he? Was he? Because there's two, right?
He was the original.
OG.
Yeah.
I thought they had two percussionists in that band.
They had like 4.
They had four. Okay.
he was
I
the
don't
guy
know.
behind
I'm
the
not sure.
kit,
The guy behind the kit. Okay. Right on. Yeah.
not
dude,
the
definitely
not
badass
like the
drummer.
auxiliary.
Man, favorite drummer for me. Ooh, woof.
You don't play drums though. Who's your favorite of what
I
you
do play drums. Just don't tell everybody.
Nuh-uh. Can we watch?
I mean, if I had a drum set, I had to sell it. Make ends meet. Chop liver. No pun intended. No, like I do give mad respect to drummers that sing while drumming and drummers that write. Because some of the best music out there is legit like drummers that actually write.
So Neil Peart all the way.
Fair enough. John Bonham is always going to be one of my favorites. but
Nice.
Bonzo.
He's the man of
Yes.
time, the time of man.
Yes.
I do have to pay respects to oh, we lost another camera again. We're just losing cameras left and right over here. Either way, I do have to pay mad respects to the drummer of Avenged Sevenfold, the original drummer who passed away, overdose.
Is that the Rev?
The Rev. Yeah, he wrote all their songs until he passed away. So I do, not one of my favorite bands, but I do want to give a little bit of a shout out to him.
I was never a big
Have
fan
you
of
heard-
them, but yeah.
They did one song
Respect.
that totally just stole my heart because
Have
they
you
wrote
heard
it
of
about
Journey
Hunter
of the
Thompson.
Dead?
I'm sorry, Journey of the
Have
Dead.
you heard of Journey of the Dead?
I don't think so.
I wish we could still pull it up
Is-
on
Are they anything
YouTube.
like the Eagles of death metal?
No, it's
It's a great band.
it's this dude he's Steve Perry,
Steve Perry.
and it's all these drummers coming up from the dead, like Keith Moon,
Keith Moon?
The Who?
Keith Moon, and what's the one from Kiss?
Peter Criss?
Peter Criss.
He's still alive.
Oh, is he still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Eric
Keith-
Carr is dead.
There's Keith Moon, and there's all these different dead drummers, and this guy,
Buddy
it's this-
Rich.
Buddy Rich, yeah, he comes up from the dead, and he brings all his dead drummers with him. You guys have never seen?
No,
It's drawing a blank on me.
No.
Yeah.
you
It's-
don't let me watch anything with
Uh-oh.
involving the word journey.
Oh yeah, the Journey of the Dead, because I fucking hate Journey.
What's your favorite Journey song, Ryan?
Probably Separate Waves, Worlds Apart.
All right. Alana, you got a favorite
Mine.
one?
I fucking hate Journey.
Okay.
She does.
Polly, do you have a favorite
I am
Journey
legit
song?
not allowed to listen to Journey.
Yes. My favorite Journey song is it goes as follows. I want to take you by the hand and put it in your can, Amanda.
Amanda.
Okay, so my
See, like, I knew
my
it.
most
Shit.
two hated bands are Journey and Deftones.
My two most
Not
hated bands
even Nickelback,
are,
ladies and gentlemen.
U2 and Bono.
Wait, let me hold on.
Fuck you two.
You don't like Deftones? Is that what you said?
I know you know me well, Polly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. Alana has just admitted that she likes Nickelback.
No,
And-
Deftones is
and-
gross.
Ted Nugent more than she likes Deftones.
Okay, so he found
I'm having the time of my life right now, bro. That is fucking great.
he embarrassingly enough found a Ted Nugent album in my records.
Oh, dude, I don't think I have a favorite Journey song. I'm like looking through YouTube, like low key, nobody knows. I'm just like looking through YouTube, like
No,
I do
favorite
like,
Journey song.
I do
I'm like
like
looking
the
through this
Wheels
list.
in
I'm
the
like, nah,
Sky.
bro. I don't think I have one.
if you want to listen
on
to
turning.
something,
I like
you
the
need to
Wheels in
look
the
up
Sky song.
Don't
The Wheel in the
by
Sky.
Neil
Okay.
Cicerita.
All right, see, like, help me out here. Help me out. This might be the alcohol or the too much sleep that I've had in the last 3 days. But like, what are some other Journey songs other than "Don't Stop Believing"?
Wheel in the Sky.
Keeps us
Lights.
I love that she hates that band, and yet she's the first one to
She's able
answer.
to- yeah.
Hates loves. Hates loves. We got some people on fucking Twitch watching. I didn't know it was a thing.
You know who
Oh.
my favorite is? Styx.
Oh, hi, Sage.
You guys like Styx?
Sticks.
I like Sticks.
Yeah,
You know that.
actually,
Yeah, I mean,
That's
they
the band I
build
was
great
like-
First
houses.
concert.
yeah, Sticks is dope. Too Much Time in My Hands for sure is my favorite Styx song.
You know it's you, babe.
That fucking that's a great one. Yeah, for sure.
Tomar arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Oh man. So yeah, 80s ish, 70s ish bands. That is a good nicotine stick for sure. So let's break off on the Journey. I swear though I've seen Journey live. I know I have. I feel like it. Feel it.
You've seen Journey live?
Pretty sure I've seen Journey.
Oh,
There's a few
They
bands I haven't
probably
seen.
have come through Indiana about
who is the
500,000
most? Who is the
times.
most classic band you've ever seen? Like classic rock? Would it be Journey?
Wow, that's a good one. So I've seen rest in peace, Rev. Yes, rest in peace, amen. Yeah. I mean, he was the only thing that they had going. He motherfucking died. Not that I'm a huge against Sevenfold or whatever AS7, whatever the fuck. It's just one of those things where
Elton John was my favorite.
you gotta fucking yeah. What was the question?
Your favorite? God.
Oh
we're-
yeah,
we're
favorite
coming on here
classic
asking
rock
you
band that I've
The
seen.
questions.
most classic
So,
band you've seen.
Let's see. I've seen Kiss. I've seen Def Leppard. I've seen what's that band? Dude's from Fort Wayne, lead singer, guitar player is probably one of the best in the world. Slash, help me out here. Roses and Guns. Yeah, seen them.
You've seen Guns N' Roses?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I've never seen them.
It was a bad joke. I landed it perfectly. I don't know. I've seen a lot of old school band. I've seen Edward Starr. I've seen
Nice.
I've seen Deep Purple. I've seen shit, man. I've seen Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Oh, lucky.
I don't think Black Crowes counts. They're like 90s. So
At this point, I'd call them classic rock.
I was there. What do you mean? What do you mean, Jeanette? You said rest in peace, Rev? Question mark. I'm like, yeah, rest in peace. I bet you meant put an exclamation mark there. But I've seen, I'll tell you right now, bucket list AC/DC, one of my favorite all-time fucking bands. Never seen them.
You may not
Really?
get to
Never.
see him
Your
What's his name?
Rip
Has
off.
tinnitus real bad.
Oh, Big Balls.
Your
Yeah, it was
rip-off
so
of-
much fun.
Did I ever tell you my Big Balls story?
No. Let's
Okay.
hear it.
She loves big balls.
When I was a kid, my
we all like
dad.
Big Balls, right?
When I was a kid,
Fancy as
my
balls of them
dad
all.
loved that song. I got big balls and he got big balls. And he always laughed when it would come on. So I asked him what it was about. And I was about 10. He said it was about Christmas ornaments.
Hmm.
So when I was
It's good
like,
leeway.
when I was like
Get out of that one.
13, I think I was a freshman in high school. Someone asked me what my favorite Christmas song was.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
And I was like, big balls. And
That is so good, Alana. Oh
and
my
I'm like,
God.
because it's about Christmas ornaments.
Right?
And my friends were like,
Duh.
no, that song is not about Christmas ornaments.
It's fantastic. That's fantastic.
And I still have not put it on my Christmas playlist.
But yeah, I was kind of like you guys, like always listening to the Christian rock and stuff. And my dad told me, oh, it's about Christmas ornaments. And
That's pretty awesome. Speaking of Christmas ornaments, there's one right behind your head.
Hell yeah. What the fuck was that? Damn, Ryan.
that was me.
I was like, what the fuck's happening? Reminds me of that Snoop Dogg song that
Oh, Snoo.
really it's a Pharrell Williams song. But
Yeah.
you know, whatever. We won't go into
my
the
arm and I hit the Sean Don because I got it going on.
Alana's
that's the beat.
over here
That's
crushing
the
it.
fucking beat right
Should
there.
record that and just lay down our own fucking rhymes, you know? Oh, hey man, I actually have a good story. Jeanette said, Big Balls, one of the greatest songs ever. So
Yes.
I went back to Ohio to visit my friends sophomore year, and my buddy that I grew up with, he had reminded me that he gave me my first AC/DC album, which was Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, which features the song Big Balls. And
Great album cover.
I ended up like listening to it a lot, that album a lot at school. And one of my friends in front of me in my English class was like, "What are you listening to?" And I was like, "Here, just check it out." Handed over the headphones, and they're like, "Wow, this song is fucking awesome." And then like, you know, they bought the album, and next thing I know, like 2 months later, everybody at my school, this is Warren Central. It's not everybody, obviously, but association by whatever, they're all talking about that song, Big Balls. was like, what did I do? Holy fucking shit. Now, can I take credit for that? Really, in a school of like 3,500 people? But statistically speaking,
Alana's
I mean,
still on Snoop Dogg
dude,
over here.
every
Sorry,
single
your story
school
didn't mean
dance-
shit.
Every single school dance, I would go up to the DJ and ask him if he had big balls.
and they're like, of course I do. Oh, do you mean the song?
And how many of those DJs knew what you meant and didn't just say, "Yeah, my balls are pretty big"?
Big as hell, man.
I think the answer I heard most of the time was, "I can't play that. This is a high school."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That makes
no.
And then they would go and play
Okay.
something else
Well,
by
now that-
Onyx.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, bruh. My senior year was 2002, and the song that they featured, like, okay, it wasn't like the song of our graduating class. It was like Vitamin C, the graduation song. I just happened to land right
Of
there.
1998, where Buzz
no.
Lyman is
No,
talking?
2002.
Yeah, 2002. Vitamin
Vitamin
C.
C.
Some orange-haired lady did a graduation song with like the most basic riff. Or
I know she was
musical
in a
notes of all time.
band before she did that.
Either
but
way,
I can't remember
the
what it
real
was.
the real song of my graduating class was "Who Let the Dogs Out?" Who, and that's what that was like the thing. And it's like now that we all know what that song actually means, it's like
You're closer to
I don't know if
mine.
that's better or worse than the fact that mine was "Time of Your Life."
Yeah.
are you talking about Good Riddance by
Yeah.
Green Day?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
did
That
you
was
graduate?
what 99, 98,
98.
98?
When did you
Yeah.
graduate, Polly?
It's something
98.
98. Oh,
unpredictable.
I graduated in 95.
Love that
so
album, though.
mine's-
We can take it back
Yes.
to 95.
Nimrod's
if
a
you
great
like.
fucking album. I don't care what
Yes.
anybody says. Dope fucking Green Day album.
Not as good as Nimrod,
Well,
but
of course.
I remember.
Wait,
in-
you just said
in-
Nimrod. You mean Dookie?
yes,
in
Duke.
Yeah,
90
I'm with you.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you.
95 is when Green Day Dookie came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was considered the biggest freak in school because I listened to Green Day.
No shit. That's crazy.
One of two.
I introduced my hometown to fucking 3-6 Mafia. Now what?
One of two non-Christian albums that my parents ever bought for me was Dookie, and the other was Bleach by Nirvana.
Oh, that's a good one.
Every
too.
other CD they ever bought for me was a Christian band.
Mm-hmm. How Nirvana? How did that slip in? Wow.
I don't know. I don't know how that happened.
Let's talk about
And
Christian
I
music.
still don't know how my mom decided when Kurt killed himself to ask me if I needed to take the day off school.
Dude, I was so far behind. My first Nirvana album was From the Muddy, Muddy Banks of the Vishka. That's how far behind I was. But my next album was In Utero. And I heard probably one of my favorite punk songs, which are not a punk band, but it starts out with Moderate Rock. Tourette's.
Mine
Fuck,
was
man, that song.
in high school. Mine was MC 900 Foot Jesus. Do you know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Dun, 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 dun.
That sounds like a what? Wait, what?
You don't know MC 900 Foot Jesus?
No, but it sounds like a. It
Suppose
sounds,
I accidentally got my shit together.
Would I get a feather?
dude, you got me. You got me. I went straight to what's that band that was like working with Jackass initially? Like when I heard that riff come out, that's what I thought of. I can't remember the name of that band right now.
CKY.
CKY. I automatically went to CKY when you did
I
that.
fucking love CKY.
I've seen them live. I've seen
Ugh.
them. They're good. They were good. I've seen a lot of bands.
Nice.
A lot of bands. But yeah, that's what my brain went to. But where were we?
Hell if I know.
Wow. So all right. we're over 3 hours. We should probably fucking Craig Chaos.
I wonder if he's actually behind. and-
CKY till I die, says Craig Meanich. Craig Chaos. Thanks for
Let's go do some karaoke.
okie dokie karaoke.
Smile.
So, all right. So, Alana and Ryan, it's been a pleasure. It's been so much fun. We revisited on so many memories, and we got to know Ryan a little bit more. And
Yep.
everybody that's been watching has got to know you two just a little more, and not the band. I'm speaking of you two. Oh, Christ. I'm not done with bad
Our
jokes.
band to be coming soon.
Ah, yes. Have you figured out a band
Yeah.
name yet?
What?
I'm still partial to the Smiths, parentheses, no relation.
I'm still partial.
Not
to the
Robert Smith.
I'm still partial to the bologna flowers.
Bologna flowers. Well, that's not taken. I
Better
assure
than
you.
Poseidon's Kiss?
Poseidon's kiss. Do you guys know what a Poseidon's kiss is?
I know who Poseidon is.
Do you know what a Poseidon's kiss is? It's when you take a shit in the toilet and it splashes back up and hits you in the butthole. It's called a Poseidon's kiss.
Good
Oh.
night, everybody.
Only here on Chop Liver. Just another midweek crisis. So shout out to you guys for coming out tonight, hanging out, having a good time. I do want to make a strong point how amazing it is and how much I appreciate the fact that Polypunk is here tonight. You're
Old Polypunk.
Old-
Yeah, it's good to be back, man.
yeah, dude. I'm glad
Feels
that you
good.
were able to find the right
You
medication
don't even have your headphones on. I'm mad at you.
to get
I just took them off. I've had them on all this time.
past and over all of my bullshit.
Yep. I'm good enough to be able to do this.
Bullshit.
I'm not.
Bullshit.
I'm probably not healed up enough to be in a pit anywhere, but you know. we'll
Are
see
you
how it
healed up
goes.
enough to go do karaoke with us?
No, I got to work in the morning.
So do
No,
I.
say no.
I did.
I mean, say yes.
Just say no to work.
Hi, Alyssa.
It's what Nancy would want.
Right. She would.
So, anyways, next week we've got none other than Republican Sex Blanket in the house.
Oh, man.
Woo!
All 4 members will be here. We'll need 6 mics, 5 cameras, and a good time, because that's always what we're trying to do. is have
I'll
a good
donate the
time.
good time.
Hell yeah. Cheers, baby. So yeah, check that out. I do want to remind everybody, just 9 days from now, we are having our first booking in a bajillion years. It's 11 plus 11 equals 22, Friday the 11th
yes.
at the Melody Inn, featuring Stealing Volume, Ramathorn, and Half Built Homes. Come out, party with us. Don't support, fuck supporting. Just come out and party. That's what we're trying to do. We're
Rage.
trying to have fun.
Rage with us.
Exactly. It's a $5 cover. Who wouldn't have it any other way? It's a
what
punk
better of a
show.
Friday night can you possibly have for $5?
Well, we won't break down into that. But this one is going to be a hoot and a fucking holler.
I mean, do you live near Washington Street?
That
He
doesn't
might.
last all night, bro.
I heard US 40 runs across the entire country. So the possibilities are endless.
It goes a ways.
That $5 holla. Smoke weed.
Smoke weed.
Smoke.
Alyssa chiming in.
I love you, Craig.
Well, Alyssa Jenkins said smoke weed.
Oh.
But she's making the difference and she's making the fucking change. So cheers, Alyssa. I'm glad you were able to join in for a little bit. Had to be done. I agree. Cannot agree anymore. Could not agree anymore. So for sure though, next Wednesday we got a Republican Sex Blanket. 2 days after that,
That's gonna be epic.
we'll probably have some people chime in during that show that are playing that night.
I bet.
Via satellite. Might even have Bill Clinton chime in too.
Yes.
You never know.
I think.
But for real, thank you guys so much for coming on. I do want to close out the show with the words that I've said so many times. Paulie, you want to start it? I feel like you should.
Shop
Yes.
smart.
Shop smart.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
God
Shop
damn it.
smart.
Fuck. All right. So let's throw a shout out to Robbo, who should be here right now, but he's probably out fucking partying.
Mhm.
Robbo would tell me and tell you and tell everybody this: whenever you leave his site, don't forget to turn your headlights on. But as I always say, don't talk to strangers.
Oh yeah, right.
Right?
Shop
forgot about
smart.
that.
Shop smart.
Shop as smart.
And hey, every Saturday night at the Melody Inn is
Punk
Punk
Rock
Rock
Night!
Night. It's